Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you guys are all having a good day. So, I decided to do a real quick show. Again, this won't be a long show. Hopefully, it's not. But I decided to do a quick show, and I wanted to give a shout out to Art of Kicks, also known as A Different Perspective, for hitting 200,000 subs today. So, congratulations on that. And I also wanted to give a shout out to those who recently purchased a shirt for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So I decided to do another show today that has to do with false allegations. I know that we've talked about this before, how women lie, how women have motives, but this story about Deshaun Watson, it really bothers me a lot because this man has been judged, he's been belittled, he's been called a pervert, a predator, every name in the book. Okay. And what I found really crazy is that it started off with 24 women, and now we're at 66 women and counting. To those who don't know who Deshaun Watson is, you need to use Google because you should know who he is by now. He's always mentioned on ESPN, and every time somebody else comes out with an allegation, they make sure that the world knows about it. Deshaun Watson is an NFL player, and we all know about his recent contract at $230 million, and all it did was bring more allegations to the table. So his current allegations that he has had from the 24 women started 15 months ago. So as you know, 15 months is over a year. He's been going through this for about a year and a half with the 24 women. When he got the $230 million contract, more women came out. Or actually, it's saying also 330 million. I don't know which one is right. ESPN is saying 230 million, but someone else is saying 330. I'm gonna go with ESPN. So, that contract, people felt like he doesn't deserve. But he does deserve the contract. He is a great football player. Okay, let's not forget Deshaun Watson also sat out for a year without playing due to these allegations. So he has been suffering. And I think the difference now with these women coming out more with all these allegations is because his fat contract is guaranteed, which means that this is money that's going to be in his pocket, in his bank account, and they all want a piece of the motherfucking pie. Now, Deshaun Watson has gotten a lot of massages. They said that he's gotten massage from at least over 120 women. So the 66 who are now saying that he did inappropriate touching, showed his dick, whatever it may be, there's another group of women that's saying, well, he never did that with us. So everything is an allegation until the person is charged and convicted and sentenced, right? So in this in these lawsuits, now you have 20 women who have recently settled with Deshaun Watson. Settled means that they got paid. They're not telling you the amount. Of course, we're not going to know the amount, right? Because they know that these women got paid. This was the whole scam from the beginning. Now, all these women who said that he either touched them inappropriately or had them touch his dick, nobody came out until the one woman did 15 months ago. Okay? What's bothering me about this case is that none of these women have proof. Everything is hearsay. Okay? Deshaun Watson, they wanted him to have criminal charges, but two grand juries said we're not fucking with this case. There's no evidence. Now, we all know Texas. Texas is a tough, tough state. They don't play games. And when it comes to black men, they don't have a problem with locking men up. Okay? So when it comes to two grand juries, not just one, but two, saying that we're not going to take the case, we're not going to indict him, that means that he was not charged criminally, meaning there was no evidence. So these same women decide to attack his pockets. Now, a lot of females were saying, well, if he's not guilty, why did he settle? Well, ladies, it's been 15 months. The man hasn't played in a year. He wants to get back to work. And these lying ass women know that a civil case can be dragged out for years and years. That would mean him going to a lot of court cases, him appearing at all the places that he has to appear to, or there'd be a warrant for his arrest. And when you're a football player, you're on the road a lot. So who has the time to go to 1,000 court cases? So he settled because he's fucking tired. and he wants to get back to work. Settling does not mean guilty. Kobe Bryant, he settled with his accuser. Even though that liar had 3 different types of semen in her panties within a 24-hour period, Kobe still settled because he had to be at his games. He wanted to get back to work. So I need you guys to understand that just because somebody settles, it doesn't mean they're guilty. If 2 grand juries said we don't want the case and he was never charged as a criminal or criminally, that means that there was no evidence. That means that these women just got broke off today off of an allegation. That is so scary. Black men, if you're in the limelight, if you're an athlete, an actor, and you go to get a massage, go with a pack of buddies. Go with a bunch of people. Get it on camera if you have to. Because what society is telling us today is that women can make up a fucking lie and have no proof at all, and still settle for an undisclosed amount. That's the world we live in. Not one of Deshaun Watson's accusers had evidence that he did any of the things that he's done. Now, we know that a lot of these athletes get massages behind closed doors and they fuck their masseuses. That happens all the time. It's called a happy ending. Let's not act like we ain't heard of that term, y'all. A lot of these celebrities get happy endings. It just turns out that Deshaun, the women that he was messing with, they want a happy check at the end of the day. I feel like if they were fucking, it was consensual. I feel like it was 2 consenting adults that did those type of things behind closed doors. Now these women want a paycheck because gas prices are high. They don't have a fucking job. So what's the next thing I can do? I can sue him. I can sue him because I don't have any proof. I couldn't charge him criminally. So now I can attack that $230 million that he just got. This is the world we live in. No matter how much proof a man provides, he can still be charged when it comes to the civil case where he's paying a big amount of money. At the end of the day, these women knew what they were doing. They saw dollar signs and now they want money, because a real victim is not going to want money. They're going to want their accuser, their attacker locked up. That's the world we live in. I don't believe not one of his accusers. I do believe that some of them probably did fuck him, but it was consensual. Okay? A lot of athletes came out and said, look, in the past, I've gotten massages. Some of them we fucked, but it was 2 consenting adults. You feel me? All I'm saying is women have been doing this for far too long. Because my question is, how come Deshaun Watson is being hung from the cross, but we still have that Peach guy that used to be the president still out, not locked up, not charged, nothing. Let's not forget that Donald Trump has over 70 now? 70 sexual assault allegations on Donald Trump. He had the same amount of allegations when he ran the world. Those white people weren't mad at Donald Trump then. They didn't care about his allegations. He even had a case where he raped a woman and all he needed to do was submit his DNA. All he had to do was give them a piece of DNA to prove that he did not rape that woman in the 90s. And he still has not submitted his DNA. And that's the same man that ran the world for 4 years with sexual assault allegations and a rape case pending. And you guys are telling me that Deshaun Watson deserves all this stuff that's going on? Hello? Are y'all not seeing it? When you're a black athlete, they hang you to the cross. That's what they do. All a woman has to say is, he touched me. You don't have to have no proof. You don't have to have no evidence. All you have to do is cry and say, he touched me. And I feel like the Me Too movement, they're the biggest scam artists of all time. Because their motto is believe the woman. Believe the woman. That's their motto. If a woman says it happened, it happened. Well, you know what? I say, Me Too, they're a fucking lie. Don't believe the woman. Don't believe the man. Believe the facts. That's what I say. I don't care how much she's crying. I don't care how much she has snot, boogers in her nose, her lashes are falling off. I don't believe allegations. Emmett Till. That's why I don't believe allegations. Emmett Till. That's why. So I remember Kevin Samuel saying he wouldn't believe a child right off the bat. And people took that and they ran with it. Kids lie too. Kids really do lie. They do. If we believed kids right off the bat, there'd be a lot of men in prison right now. Why should we believe someone right off the bat without any facts? Do y'all not get what I'm trying to say? Kids lie too. I've had kids tell me my daddy touched me here and here. If we only believe what that kid said and ran with it, that dad would be in prison. But then when we take that kid by themselves, the whole story changes. Then we ask him again, and the story changes, and it changes, and it changes until we get to the truth. Dad never touched the kid. The mom told the kid to say that. So do you understand why Kevin Samuel said he wouldn't believe a child right off the bat who said somebody touched him? Because you have to get the facts. You guys act on emotions and you attack. Then when the truth comes out, you look like a fucking fool, right? Right? All I'm saying is too many good men out there have been murdered, locked up in prison. You got some men that served 30 years off of a person saying, he raped me. 30 years in prison to turn out that the man never even was there. But he can't get those 30 years back, right? So that's why I don't believe allegations. I will never, ever believe an allegation. It's too much going on in this world. People want to get paid. And women will go to the depths of lying. They'll create a whole story that never happened. He whistled at me. He whistled at me. And if you guys don't know what they did to Emmett Till, Google is free. They tortured that young man off of an allegation that was not true. So you see why I don't believe people to just shout out stuff? Y'all believe it, especially women. A woman will believe a woman all day long because the Me Too bullshit did that. Me Too is the biggest scam of all time. We're not supposed to be just believing people because they said it happened. We should be believing the facts. Because if it was your son on trial, how would you feel? If it was your son, ladies, you would fight tooth and nail for your son, right? So that's how we should take it when it comes to Deshaun Watson. He's somebody's son. He is somebody's son. So why would we believe allegations? Because 100 people said it? Do you know how easy it is to lie? If a woman knew she massaged him around that time, do you think it's hard to pick up the phone and say, yeah, he told me to touch his dick? Do you see how simple that is to lie? They've been plastering his story all on the news. So it's not hard for women to kind of adapt what the other women are saying to make it sound credible. Y'all act like 50 people can't lie. Liars is liars. When it comes to money, they're willing to sell their soul. If women are willing to lie on TikTok for likes and views, you don't think they'd lie in real life, y'all? A lot of people that follow me, I have posted a story a couple years ago where the man said he went to the party and the woman was following him the whole night. And I got to find that story. I have to find it. They were at a house party. He was looking for the bathroom. She got him into a room. And it just so happens that that room wasn't the bathroom. The person that was throwing the party, that was his office that had a camera. So once the lights come on, the camera starts recording. That was his office. Why he had a camera in there, I don't know. But the woman forced herself on that man. And when he rejected her and he finally got out of the room, she started yelling, he tried to rape me. And they all started beating that dude's ass, y'all. They called the cops. They called the cops on the guy. He was trying to say, look, she attacked me. Oh, nonsense. She's sitting there crying. Her shirt is ripped. He did this to me. And the owner said, hold on. What room were you guys in? The first room. He said, I keep a camera in there. And guess what? He played the footage for the cops, which showed her aggressively trying to throw herself on that man. They uncuffed him. They cuffed her and took her away. But guys, how often does that happen? That man's life was about to be ruined because all the cops saw was crying and a torn shirt. And that man's life would have been over. Do y'all realize how easy it is for a man's life to be over off of a fucking lie? He told me he has never felt that way. And because he got his ass kicked, all those people felt bad. Oh, we're sorry for whooping your ass. It's too late. Y'all believe the woman and not the man. Y'all didn't give nobody a chance to tell their side. He got his ass kicked. He told me that he's traumatized to this day. He still has not went to another party. Men hurt too. They do. That allegation tore his life apart. It did. It did. Imagine being accused of something. She threw her whole ass on him. And when he rejected her, she said that he tried to rape her. Do you guys realize how... What if somebody had a gun? What if somebody had a knife? So do you realize why I go so hard for men? Because once you make that allegation, the allegation, you can't take it back. Deshaun Watson's reputation is ruined. Do you think he can get it back? No, he can't. He's not going to be able to get it back. That's something he'll never get back. He's going to spend the rest of his life fighting. The rest of his life making sure he's not put in a position. No more massages. He might not even go to the club. He'd be so scared. They have to move differently once that happens to them. Being a black man in America, it is very scary. I'm sure it is. It is. Women don't understand what these men go through because it's not happening to him. Now, are there a lot of males that are perverts? Yes, there is. Yes, I agree. Most of your kidnappings are a woman being kidnapped by a man. I get that. But it doesn't give you the right. It does not give you the right to lie on an innocent man. It doesn't. I know times are hard. I know y'all need money. I know y'all lazy motherfuckers ain't getting the jobs you want. But it doesn't mean to drag a man in the mud. What makes me mad about women in general is that anytime a woman screams, he tried to do it. Y'all remember that chick? The Gonzalez twin. Trey Songz raped me. That is all. That was December 31st, 2021. December 31st, she blurted out on Twitter, Trey Songz raped me. We're now 6 months in. Is Trey Songz in prison, everybody? No. Has Trey Songz been picked up from off the street from the cops? No. Does Trey Songz have a pending rape case right now in court? No. It's been 6 months since he blurted that out. And what did the women do? They went to his page. You don't deserve your son. You're a rapist. You're a piece of shit. Why are you even living? Someone needs to kill him. Keke Palmer wasn't lying. Keke Palmer, she said this already. Ask yourself why it's been 6 months and they have not locked Trey Songz' ass up. Now, is he a pervert? He might just be. But my question is, why is he still out? She yelled that out on Twitter. If he raped you, why isn't he off the streets? Somebody make it make sense. You made all that rush. And then when she made that allegation, she got more followers. She put her bullshit music out there. Her DJing services. All of that was included. Y'all don't see the fucking trend? Y'all don't see the trend yet. I'm not saying Trey Songz is innocent. He looks up to R. Kelly. He just might be a pervert. But I'm not going to call him that until he is convicted of it. I don't give a fuck what Keke Palmer said. She's crazy too. Let's not act like that woman ain't crazy and got a bad attitude, because she does. She's very masculine. She is. She's from Chicago. She has a lot of hurt and pain in her. Maybe Trey rejected her. We'll never know what really happened. I don't just believe women. Sorry, I don't. Lori Harvey fucked him. I didn't see her come out saying he did something to me. I mean, he had a lot of bad women in his day. All I'm saying is she yelled that out 6 months ago, and this man is still not locked up. Understand, guys, I don't support sexual assault or rape. I don't. But I don't support liars either. And I'm tired of you women lying for clout or lying for a check. You guys know how to attack the pockets. You know you don't have to go to criminal. Most of your sexual assault victims, they don't go the criminal route because they know that that's going to require an investigation. It's going to require evidence. When you go to criminal court, they don't go off of hearsay. They don't do that. You cannot charge somebody off of someone saying it happened with no evidence. That case will get thrown out. If Trey Songz really did rape that woman, she could have went to criminal court and had his ass locked up. But that would require a rape kit. Well, if he did it last year, what took you so long? We can't do a rape kit on you. What's your evidence that he did it? Because if she had evidence, do y'all think Trey Songz will still be out right now? No. It's been 6 months and Trey has not been locked up. So again, this sounds like another false allegation for attention. They know that Trey Songz is known for being touchy-feely, a little hoe out there, sleeping with a lot of bad women. So it's easy for them to say, he did this to me on a boat. They said it to Chris Brown too. 2 women accused Chris Brown of rape in the last 2 years. Both of them have been proven to be liars. They're both out right now living their lives as Jane Does. None of them have been exposed. And y'all still call Chris Brown a rapist to this day. Y'all women do. With no proof. This man has had so many allegations and beat each one, and yet you guys still call him that. No respect at all for this man, right? But if it was your son, what would you do, ladies, if it was your son? What would you do? Like I said, I know there's a lot of men out here that sleep with a lot of women, but that does not make them a rapist. It doesn't. It does not. Y'all ladies out here, y'all kill me with this shit. I'm so tired of y'all doing this to men. If y'all don't know what happened with Emmett Till, y'all say, oh, why is he going with white women? Now you know why. Because y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up. You guys talk too much and you lie too much. You don't care about your black men. You don't give a fuck about them. If you cared, you would be nipping all this shit in the butt, but you don't. You let it ride. One woman said, well, Deshaun Watson, he deserved it. He shouldn't be getting massaged by snow buddies. You know what? There were black women that were massaging him too. Wasn't just white women. He got massages from black women too. That's how you know these black women don't really read up on shit. They just assume they were all white women because they think that's what white women do. Well, unfortunately, black women do it too. They lie on men too. That party that black man went to, the woman that accused him of rape was black. Black on black. They could have killed that man. When he told me his story, I can tell in his voice he was still scared. She ruined that man's life in one moment. And even though the cops saw the video, saw what she did in disbelief, uncuffed him and cuffed her, it still doesn't take away the fact that he had a broken rib, busted nose, black eye, and contusions. It doesn't take that away. He has not been to a party. He won't even go to a gathering. He won't even go to a bar. She ruined that man's life. And I'm trying not to cry because it hurt me. A black woman could have had this man killed. If he was on the wrong side of town, you know what they do to people that try to rape women? Goodbye. You're done. There's no time for them to figure out what really happened. They're going to believe the woman with the ripped shirt and the crying eyes. So understand why this is close to my heart. Because someone almost lost their life over a fucking allegation. You women, y'all kill me with this. Stop doing it. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Y'all know this year how I had to expose that black woman for lying about being raped? She lied. What kind of woman will sit there and let a man take advantage of them? They take their phone from them when they're in the act of, assaulting the woman. Then when they're done, they zip up their pants, they hand her back her phone, they leave, and then let her lock the door. I've never heard of that happening. Then when the guy leaves and locks the door, she grabs her phone. Instead of calling 911, she goes on Facebook to tell everybody her story and goes viral overnight. 25,000 shares. Then when Daphne exposes her story, calls the cops and sends them to her house, and she tells them, I don't want your help. I don't need your help. I'm called the villain. I'm called evil. I'm called a snitch. You women, fuck all of y'all. A snitch. They were sitting there in the comments thinking that it was her ex-boyfriend who has a daughter. Do you know what they do to people that they think did something like that? They don't ask questions, they kill them. So forgive me for saving somebody's life. Because if you're a true victim, you wouldn't go on Facebook and tell Facebook to help you. You call 911, right? I'm tired of y'all black women lying. And then the fact that her mother said she's a liar. And then that same mother inboxed me. Take it down or we're going to take you to court. I still have yet been summoned to court, y'all. I'm still waiting. Her mother called me a bitch. Her mother told me I was going to get killed. Blah, 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 blah. A whole bunch of bullshit. We'll see you in court. I said, I'll see your lying ass in court. Because the cop went to the mom. He has the footage of her saying, my daughter lies a lot like that for attention. Your own fucking mom said that. Now moms wanted to double down and say she never spoke to the cop. Well, bitch, they have cameras. They have body cam. That's how you got fucked up. The cop told me he had the full body cam. He said, if they try to bring you to court, I have the body cam. Let's go to court. You think I fucking care? Like I said, y'all, you have to realize that you are ruining men's lives, and it's not right. And a lot of women are not calling these women out, but I will. Because these men don't deserve the reputation to be ruined. They don't deserve to be called perverts. Y'all saw that woman at the gym. She wanted them to look at her ass. You got these women who will come into the gym with close to no clothes on. Damn near naked. Clothes be so tight you can see their nipples. They do it for attention. Then if the guy that they don't like looks at them, he tried to rape me. He tried to grab my breast. Oh, he went past me and brushed against me. Now he's banned for life from the gym. That's what women do. All they have to do is say it happened. That woman called that black man a pervert. That was somebody's dad. That was somebody's brother. That was somebody's son. That's defamation. You're calling a man a pervert for looking. Unfortunately, women, if you go to a gym looking like a fucking hoe, they're going to look. People are going to look, not just men. Women are going to look too because they're in disbelief that your whole ass came to the gym like that. A gym is for you to work out and sweat and be ugly. A gym is not a fashion show. So if you're going to the gym with your little booty high waist pants and your little waist, your little, sports bra where your nipples are out, and you're coming in there with lashes and your nails done, we know the motive. We know you're not there to work out. You're trying to get the attention from the right guy. And then when the wrong guy looks at you, you claim that he tried to assault you. Y'all need to stop that shit. It's not funny at all. It's not. These women are lying. I just posted a video of a woman lying about men not showing up to a mixer. But then somebody else had video of there being a lot of black men at the mixer. Then when she got called out on her bullshit, she blamed us. She blamed the people that shared the video. How did we get the video, fool? You put it out there. You can't double down now. All I'm saying is, ladies, y'all got to stop what you're doing. You have to. You are ruining men's lives with your lies. You really are. Everybody's trying to be like Amber Heard. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and be like Amber Heard, and you're going to be in prison. See, Amber Heard is famous. You're a regular motherfucker. They will lock your ass up. Men, what y'all got to start doing is if a woman is accusing you of something and you know you didn't do it and the truth comes out, you guys got to counter sue. I know it takes a lot of energy, but that's the only way these motherfuckers will stop. You guys keep giving them a pass. Johnny Depp said he didn't even care about the money. I don't even want the $13 million she owes me. I just want my reputation back. Well, guess what? You don't get that back like that. It's like your credit. You can have perfect credit, and then something can hit your credit and ruin it, and it takes you years to build something right back. It could be one little small ding, and that one ding can take you 2 years to build back. That's how your reputation is. That's how it is, y'all. They do not care about you being not guilty. All they care about is the allegation. That's all they care about. Every black man that has been accused, no one's going to forget that they were accused. You can have all the accomplishments in the world, but they will still judge you off that accusation. Even if you were not guilty, y'all. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. How many men have come out and said, oh, she grabbed my dick? How many men have said it? Men are not going to do it because they already know it's like beating a dead horse. Nothing's going to happen. She grabs your dick? See, when a man is assaulted, people laugh at him. Like, how the fuck? You should be honored. You should be happy she grabbed your dick, sir. Y'all remember the dude in the club? Another guy. The woman grabbed his dick and told him, oh, I thought you were my ex. She knew it wasn't her ex. But when he grabbed her dick in a reflex action, he pushed her and she fell. That's a reflex action. It's his dick. How would you like it, ladies, if a man walked in the club and grabbed your titties? Oh, I thought you were my ex. Do you think that's going to go through well with a cop? No. The cop's going to hem him up and try to break his neck. That's what's going to happen. But when the woman grabs his dick and he tells the cop to arrest her, he looks at the dude like, she grabbed your dick? You're the victim, not her. And instead of locking her up, he escorts her out of the bar. How is that justice for that man? So he had to file a complaint with the police department to get that cop written up. That's not protocol. She sexually assaulted that man. I don't care if she thought it was her best friend's cousin's uncle. You still grabbed his dick. That's sexual assault. You have no right to grab a man. No right. But yet, the cop looked at him like he was wrong. Even laughed at him. Like, really? You're the victim? So why do you think men don't come out? Because they get laughed at. There's a lot of men out there who have been assaulted by women sexually. And those men will never come out because of the embarrassment. I guess him too doesn't matter. We can't believe the man, right? Even if a man came out and said this woman groped me and I told her don't touch me and she did, they'll say, Come on, man. We don't believe that. Especially if he's not attractive. Well, look at you and look at her. See, when it's a man, they can do that. But if it's a woman, oh, you better not talk about looks. All I'm saying is when a woman gets rejected in the club and she screams, he tried to touch me, people tend to attack the man until they get the truth. That's all I'm saying, guys. It is scary being a man in America, especially a black man. I feel bad for black men. And if I had been at that party with that man who was accused and the truth came out, I would have went to jail with that woman because I would have beat the fuck out of her into a bloody pulp. I would have tore her ass up because it's not right. He got his ass kicked and he didn't even do it. And even if those guys said, oh, we're sorry, he still got his ass kicked. He still had to go to the hospital for his broken rib and his busted nose and his contusions. They literally tried to kill that man. So imagine how stupid they felt when the cops saw the video. If he was in the bathroom, he would have lost that case. The bathroom was right after the office. He went into the wrong room. I thank God he went into the wrong room because he's alive today. And when I asked him for an update, to this day, he still has not went to a bar, a club, a gathering, nothing. Nothing. No man should have to live like that. But that's the way the world is now. A woman can scream that you did something to her with no evidence, y'all. And these women will rip their shirt, hit themselves in the face, because when a cop shows up, he's visual. He's going to look at who looks the worst, left or right. Justin, this is how it is, Justin. A lot of people are not going to tune in because it's me. I realize that I'm one of the rare pages that actually holds people accountable. So I realize that I'm not going to have a lot of subscribers. I'm not going to have a lot of people that come in and listen because I'm not talking about, you know, love and hip hop and fucking men and taking their money and scamming them. If I was that type of chick that said fuck men and men ain't shit, I would have 1 million subscribers by now. Pages like mine are going to take longer to develop because I'm not like everybody else. But Justin, I appreciate you saying that, man. I appreciate you. A lot of people are not going to respect me because it's me. Y'all know how it goes. I'm a woman, a black woman that holds women accountable. That's dangerous right there. To women, I'm against them. But there's pages that just started up when Kevin Samuels died. Check this out. There are pages right now who just started their YouTube when Kevin Samuels died. They're at more subscribers than me. Let that sink in. There's pages right now who just started their YouTube when Kevin Samuels died to talk about Kevin. And they're at 40,000 subscribers. Here I am with 4,600. Sometimes that does hurt me a little bit because I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm giving back to people. I'm offering free services and nobody gives a fuck. But you got these pages that will tell you that to spike a man's drink, to take a man's wallet, to play the victim, make up a story that he did to you, tell your girls the same story so all of you guys have the same story. Those pages are getting more views and likes than me. Hey, that's how it is. There's nothing I can do. Remember, guys, YouTube wasn't my lane. YouTube was never my lane. I am a Facebook and Instagram girl. On Facebook, I get 50,000 shares. I get 100,000 views. I just hit 3 million views on the video of the guy being assaulted at the Dollar Tree. 3 million views. So that's my happiness right there. I might even keep YouTube that long. Because if it's going to be like this where people are not going to show support, I'd rather shut this down and I just let other pages talk about my stories. I liked it better that way anyway. Because if people are not going to share and help me grow, what's the point? That's real talk. I'd rather stay on Facebook and Instagram. Remember, guys, I just started doing shows back in February of this year. I've had YouTube for a while, but it wasn't for that. So just know that, you know, people like me are not going to grow as fast as other people. That's just how it is. But ladies, all I'm saying is the allegations that you are putting on men because they made you mad, it is not right. Men have it hard. They have it real hard. They do, guys. And I'm going to find that story because I got to dig it up and find it because I forgot to give everybody an update. People asked me for an update and I was actually going to have them call in. This man is traumatized. Sometimes I can't help every man. I can't. But when you feel like you're going to get killed, That does change a man, guys. At the end of the day, they are human. Imagine you almost losing your life over someone lying on you. You move different after that. You don't trust nobody. You don't trust anybody. He deactivated all of his social media over that woman doing that to him. All of it. I talked to him through email. He's timid. This is a grown-ass man that was confident with life, who is now a shell. He's always in a door, or he doesn't want to leave his house. This woman really messed up his life. That can do that to you. It can do that to you, guys. It's embarrassing. Imagine being a man being stumped by a few guys at a party. Everybody's looking at you, get your ass kicked. Then when the cops get there, they handcuff you. You're trying to tell him I didn't do anything, and she's crying, he tried to rape me. And everybody's looking at you like, you motherfucker. You nasty motherfucker. You know you did it. Just to be told that I saw the video, she's the aggressor, uncuff him and cuff him. Cuff her. She's the one that lied. And everybody's looking at her like, wow, so you let him get his ass kicked. See, a lot of women, they act a fool too when they get rejected. We've seen guys get rejected and they stabbed a woman, choked a woman, killed a woman. But women are just as violent. They might not stab you, but they will stab your reputation. They may not stab you, but they'll tell their brothers that you tried to rape them, and their brothers will come over there and kill you. Do you know how many men have been assaulted or killed over a woman going home and saying, he tried to do this to me? See, men don't ask questions. When their sister comes through the door crying, he tried to rape me. I told him no. What's the first thing they do? Get the AK, get the Glock, get the 9, get the 4.5. Where does he live? Please don't hurt him. Please don't hurt him, bro. They on their way to do house to kill him. She in her room like, got him. Got him. Women do that every day. Y'all remember what happened to that young man, Junior, in New York? How those guys got him at the bodega, took a machete and sliced him up. And he was the wrong guy. He was the wrong guy. The dude's sister. He tried to rape me. Didn't even have a good description of him. Didn't even have a good description. Didn't tell her brother the real story, that she was lying because they didn't want her dating the guy she was with because she was underage. So she gets that man killed. They dragged him out of the bodega, grabbed a machete, and sliced him up. And then we watched him. We watched him on the sidewalk bleed out, asking for help. The hospital was just a few blocks away, and he died. No, she didn't go to jail. I was told that girl did not go to jail. The guys did. The guys who sliced them up did. Yeah, but the girl, nope. Nope. The girl did not get charged. Just the guys with the machete. Check that out. I wonder why she didn't get charged. Because she's a fucking woman. She caused that boy's death. That was somebody's child. Y'all all remember the story. Tell me I'm not wrong here. They dragged him out of the bodega. We saw them with the machete, whap, whap, slicing him up. So if you guys don't give a fuck, then something's wrong with you. Too many men have been killed, harmed, or jailed over a fake allegation. And it's not right. If he's now dating a new woman and he cheated on you, move on. But you ain't got to make up a story to have him locked up. You know how many times a woman would say that the baby daddy touched their kids just so she can have full custody, just so she can get that full child support, the full cash assistance, the full food stamps? Women went through great lengths like that, guys. That's why I resigned. I resigned working from the state because too many women were believing other women. We were all women at the end of the day. It was like 80% women that were doing home visits, that were going to homes, that were going to jobs. It was 80% women. So anytime we got a hit that we had to go do a random home visit on a woman, or we had to go talk to a child, they believed the woman. I did not believe her. Not initially. No, I didn't. Now, we did have a lot of women that told the truth, but there was more women that told lies. And I was willing to dig deep. The other girls were not willing to dig deep. So since we weren't on the same page, it was either I get with their program and I side with the women, or they were going to get me fired. So I left before that could happen. I couldn't do it, y'all. And that's what they're doing now. Women would tell their caseworkers, I saw him touch my daughter. I saw him do it. They would tell their daughter, if you tell this caseworker what I tell you to say, we'll go to Disneyland. You know, women know how to get kids to sing to their tune. They love Disneyland. They love ice cream. They love it. They love Frozen, right? They know what to say to their kids. But when you take that same kid and put them in a room by themselves, and you ask them the same story, and it starts to change and change and change, then you ask them what you don't want to ask. Did mommy tell you to say anything to us? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell us. You won't be in trouble, and mommy won't get in trouble. Even though we lied to the kid, we had to lie to the kid. We had to. Mommy won't get in trouble, but you have to tell us the truth. Did mommy tell you to tell us that? Yes. And then the child cries in my arms. The child cries in my arms because they know they did something wrong, right? Have you ever had to do that? Because I had to do it many times. These kids were used as pawns. They wanted the dad to go to jail for something that they didn't do. And that same dad who was accused of touching his 5-year-old lost his job, his reputation. His girlfriend left him. He damn near homeless, living on his brother's couch. And then we get the truth. And she didn't even say sorry to him. She didn't even get convicted. She didn't even get convicted for it. So imagine being a dad who lost it all. And the woman that made you lose it all doesn't even get 6 months in jail. She gets nothing as far as a punishment. She still gets 50% of the kids. Y'all still get 50-50 custody. How can a judge award a mom who lied 50% custody? So don't tell me that women don't have favor. Women have 100% favor in this world. They have control. Women do control the whole outcome. All they have to do is lie. And it takes away from the real victims out there when they lie. I'm telling you guys, it's just not right. It's not right. And what I'm trying to tell you guys tonight is that if you continue to do this, I will continue to expose you. I will. When people try to say, oh, when she exposes people, it's not true. I gave y'all 2 audios of 2 cops. I even gave you guys the fucking phone number. And y'all still called me a liar. So I'm starting to get hip to this. Of course they're going to call me a liar. Because they don't want to believe the truth. They think that I have the capability of throwing my voice. I can be the police department. I can be all that. They think I'm not good at that. Man, I should be signed in, right? No matter how much I exposed women and showed their names and showed their locations, all I did was get reported, almost taken down. So like I said, damned if I do, damned if I don't. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to accuse the innocent men. I'm tired of seeing our men get dragged through the mud, killed, sentenced to prison time for something that they did not do, guys. It's not right. Women, they feed off of that. They love seeing a man getting taken away. Now he can't be with his little Becky. Now he can't cheat. He can't fuck when he wants to fuck. He's now in jail. I know where he's at. So I have full control. I know he's locked up and he can't do nothing he wanted to do. So now I can sleep good at night knowing his ass is locked up. But when it turns out that the man was innocent, the women, they never get held accountable. And that's what hurts. And that's why men go crazy. And that's why men kill themselves. Delonte West. If you guys are familiar with Delonte West, he used to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James. People have been recording him panhandling on the streets, laughing at him. This man made $14 million as if he's not a human. He's not making $14 million today. And instead of them offering him food, they would rather record him and put him online so they can laugh at him. But if that had been a woman that now doesn't have the money, oh, the Me Too movement would be all over that. He didn't ask you guys to record him. He didn't ask for you guys to give an update. He chose to be where he's at. If you're not going to help him, why are you recording him? A lot of women were saying, where's his wife? Where's his Becky at? That's how we're doing men now? Men that hit hard times, we're laughing and kicking them while they're down? That man has a lot of mental issues. Clearly. But you guys don't give a fuck. Instead, you'd rather share his pictures of him in a coat begging for money and caption it, he should have had a black woman. All I'm saying, guys, is women have been lying for years. Lying for years. You had Black China who said, I had to sell my cars, I had to do this and do that. So that's your fault. When you lie on a Kardashian, you know your life is over. Oh, you know it's a wrap. They hire the best of the best of the best. You will never win. Never. How do you think Kim was able to get her kids? You will never win. So, like I said, women, you definitely got to do better. You got to stop accusing these men. It is not fair. Deshaun Watson, in my book, he's innocent. Do I think he did some sexual things with these women? Yes, but it was consenting. 2 consenting adults. A lot of athletes have came out and said, I've gotten happy endings. We all know what a happy ending is. Ain't nobody in this chat dumb as fuck. Well, maybe some are. But a lot of men and women who have gotten massages, they do happy endings. You even got a guy that massages women. I've seen the video. He does a sexual massage. He really massages their body parts and gets them all hot and horny. That's a thing. And women were like, "Ooh, I need that. Ooh, I need that massage. Oh, yes. Ooh, look at, he know how to work his hands." But if you had been ugly, touching him like that, do you know how far that would have went? To court. Looks matter. Looks absolutely matter. And some of those women that accused Deshaun Watson, they didn't look too good, according to his lawyer. It was a lot of women who were not that attractive. And people got mad about that. Okay, so then why did you guys say, well, the woman that Donald Trump that's accusing Donald Trump, she's not even cute. She was probably cute in the 80s, though. Why does that matter, right? If it don't matter then it's not going to matter here either. If the woman is not attractive, hey, he can say, well, she's not even my type. Why would I have her touch me? Ugh. Right? All I'm saying is none of those women have evidence, which tells me that they lied. But you think the NFL is going to let Deshaun Watson off? He already hasn't played in a year, right? So now he's going to get suspended some more games because of these women's lies. And they're going to be sitting at home with their stacks of cash laughing at this black man. He'll probably never get a massage again. Probably won't. And if he does get a massage, it might be in a room full of guys so that he's not accused this time. Because everybody knows now what he has been known for. So don't you think the next person is going to be like, okay, cool. Now I can set him up. Women do that. They do that, y'all. They do that. Those women don't have real jobs. They said to themselves, if we get one lump sum payment, we're set for the rest of our lives. We won't need to massage anybody else, right? And on top of getting a big settlement, we can be known as Jane Doe. That's a win-win for these women. But what about Deshaun Watson? He's always going to be known as the guy who has 66 allegations for sexual misconduct. They're never going to let that man live. He might bring his football team to a win, to a Super Bowl win, and he'll still be known as the man that did all that to those women. You even had some women on ESPN that were mad about the fact that the women were settling. You can see it in their faces. They were mad. They were angry. Well, you know what? A woman doesn't have to settle. If she is a true victim, she'll drag it out forever and ever and ever, right? To get justice. But a woman that wants that check, oh, she gonna settle. 20 out of 24 women settled. The other 4, they want bigger amounts. And you're telling me that that's not a scam, y'all? They want bigger amounts of money. Oh, he can still play in the NFL. We just want a bigger check. This man got $230 million. Come back with a different counter offer and we may settle. And all those women that settle cannot come back and say, oh, but I still want to. Once you settle, that's it. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to look at some of y'all comments. Let me see. Oh, you know what? I will go ahead and drop the link, guys. I dropped it earlier. I thought you guys saw it to come onto the panel. If you guys want to come onto the panel, I'm now opening it up. You guys will have 3 minutes. I can't let you guys just drag it out and talk about your life and what you ate for dinner. We got to keep it right on point. So if you want to get on and talk, you definitely can talk. And also, guys, I have received a few inboxes. I will be doing the Everybody Hates Daphne episode. I think I'm going to do it Saturday. The reason why I'm doing it Saturday is because tomorrow's my anniversary and I'm not doing anything. And Thursday and Friday, I have things planned as well. So it will be Saturday that I'll be doing the show, Everybody Hates Daphne. And I already have one person confirmed that does not like me at all. And she was very polite about it. I don't like the way you hold people accountable. I think you hate women. I think you bash women on the daily. And I do have some stuff to say. She told me she would get on the show and talk. So I do have one confirmed hater. The rest of them, I'm still working it out. A lot of people don't like to come on a show because people might recognize their voice and say, I know that person. But all I'm saying, guys, is don't be scared. Don't be scared to tell me you don't agree with me. I don't just expose people. You have to disrespect me to get exposed. If you say I don't agree with you, that's fine. But if you say I don't agree with you with your bitch ass, now we have a problem. See the difference? Okay, I'm just going through y'all comments. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, and when I do that show on Saturday, I'm asking you guys to please be polite because it's not going to be a show where we're attacking people unless they come with the fire. They come with the fire, we're gonna fire back. It is going to be a very good show. So I'm hoping that I'm going to put the post for the show out here tomorrow. So all I can tell you guys is click the notification bell because once that show is over, I'm not going to do another one like that for a little while. But this is the most anticipated show because a lot of people say, well, don't people don't like disagree with you? Don't people, hate you and why don't they come on the panel? Because they're scared that I might run their information. And that's not what I do, guys. I need you to understand I don't just run people's information. You have to threaten me. I'm not going to keep entertaining trolls. What I've done now is I block them. So if I've blocked you on social media, it's because I'm not going to argue with you. See, y'all call me something, then when I call you something back, and I log into Facebook and it says you're on a 30-day ban because your ass deleted your comment and left mine there, right? I'm not going to keep getting myself into this 30-day hole. I lose money when I do that. I told you guys, Facebook is my main lane. I have 74,000 people that follow me on Facebook alone. 74,000 followers. So Facebook is my shit, not YouTube. So if nobody subscribes to me ever, I don't give a fuck. I have 74,000 people that care about me on Facebook, and I'm almost at 66,000 on Instagram. I'm fine there. You add that up, I'm doing pretty damn good, right? So all I'm saying is, if you don't like me and you disagree with me, I'm not going to run your information. Don't be afraid to come onto the show. If you're one of those people listening that don't really support the things I do, find me on Instagram, DM me, and I will send you the link and you'll be a part of the show. These people will not use their real names. I'm letting you know that now. I told them I will respect that. They will not, but they are real people. Okay. So who do we have as a guest today? Black Rage. Black Rage, you're on. Go ahead. 3 minutes, man.
All right, how y'all doing?
We good.
But like I said, I had a situation or something like this of a false accusation. Not me personally, but it was back when I was like AIT for the army, right before I went to my unit. It was this dude simping over this girl, and we've been telling this dude that she didn't like him like that, but he didn't want to listen. He was one of these know-it-all people, and then finally dawned on him and clicked, and she turned on him because he stopped giving her money and stuff, and I had to speak up for his behalf and say he didn't do this shit. Because if that shit would have went through, he'd have went down for sexual harassment, and in the military, that's something serious. Like I had to speak up. I don't even like this dude, but as a man, I'm like I couldn't let him go down like that.
Well, see, that's you helping him out. But how many people stand up for someone that they know is lying? So let me give you guys another example. In Black Rage, I'll let you continue. Just give me 1 second. Everybody's familiar with Tisha Campbell from Martin, right? Gina, right? Gina accused Martin of sexual misconduct when they were doing the Martin show. And everybody said, well, that's why Martin didn't go past the 5th season. Well, Martin actually told the truth. He said that he did not want to continue filming with somebody putting salt on his name. So he's the one that said it's over after this season. I need you guys to realize that Gina did not hold the cards. Martin Lawrence held those cards. And let me tell you guys something else. When I tell you I believe facts, Gina, Artisha Campbell, we all know she was friends with Pam, Tashina Arnold. Pam and Gina have been friends for over 40 motherfucking years. That's a deep friendship. 40 years, right? So if Martin did those things to her in the 90s, with them being best friends since House Party days, right? Why did Tashina Arnold still do the movie Wild Hogs with Martin? Why? Your best friend is supposed to have your back, right? But Pam was like, look, he didn't do that to me. And I don't believe that Martin would do that. Pam still did that movie years later, which told me that Gina was motherfucking lying. And then she then said in February this year that somebody tried to kidnap her with no evidence. And the cops came out and said, we don't have no type of proof to substantiate what Gina is saying, or Tisha Campbell is saying. She lied. So if she lied about being kidnapped, hold on, Black Rage. If she lied about being kidnapped, why won't she lie about Martin doing those things? So it just tells me she's been lying for over 40 years. She tried to ruin Martin's character. But guess who went on to still do well? Martin. Guess whose career went absolutely nowhere? Tisha Campbell. So again, facts don't lie. People do. Black Rage, what else did you want to say?
But like I said, thank you for everything you do, and thank you for the help you and your husband gave to me. Even though y'all still helping me, I thank you and I appreciate it.
No problem. No
But
problem. Go ahead.
I like to say, like, after hearing all this, I might as well be by myself and don't even try to look for. Cause I'll be damned if somebody lie on me about some shit like this.
But check this
I
out. You don't have to be dating anyone, Black Rage. You could be going to a bar and you can brush against a woman and she can go to the bouncer. He grabbed my ass. That's how easy it is, Black Rage.
I know, and I'm gonna use what my namesake at that point because I don't even gotta say no more. You already know what I'm fit to do if I get lied, especially if I end up going to jail or some shit like that. Because I've seen cases where motherfuckers went to jail for stuff they didn't even do.
That's
Found
right.
out 20 years later, oh, I lied. I was like, this man that spent 20 years of his life
Yep.
in prison for something he didn't do, and yet you supposed to be, I'm sorry.
Man, please. If I went to prison for 30 years over a lie, you best believe when I get out, I'm gonna go right back in that motherfucker because I'm taking everybody out. Because that's
I
30
burn,
years here, never get back.
I'm burning the house down and wait outside with a rifle. Anybody getting popped coming out.
Okay, I don't know about all that. Okay, man, you want some old Eminem type shit. You know, you scaring me a little bit. You a rifle. I don't know about now. I ain't trying to do suicide by cop. You know, I ain't trying to do that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of men they get to that point where it's like, fuck it. That's what you don't want a man to say is fuck it. Because eventually he gets tired of all these boulders getting put on his back to where he just stands up and says, you know what? This is the day where I'm going to fuck some shit up. A lot of men get to that point because people put them there. Imagine being a man that loses all your reputation. You're known as a pervert in them streets and you didn't even do it. You can't get a job. No job will hire you. And you're the one that's not guilty. Do you realize that once a man has an allegation, nobody wants to fuck with him after that? They don't even care if you're not guilty. A lot of men don't get the privilege to still go out in the real world. How many men in corporate America got fired because the woman lied? He might have been fucking her outside of the job. Never fuck with a woman you work with, guys. I keep telling y'all that. Because if you piss her off and they see you talking to Maria in accounting, your whole life is over. It's over. They're going to say, well, you're not supposed to be fraternizing with each other anyway. But they're not going to fire her because then she's going to say, well, they fired me because I said he assaulted me. Now they have a lawsuit. So you know they're going to kick your ass out. So, yep. Okay. So Black Race, miss your phone. I'm going to let March. You can go ahead and speak next, and then I'll get to you, Joshua. So go ahead, March.
Yes, good evening, Miss Queen Accountability.
Good evening.
Yeah, so this probably gonna throw you for a loop, but I got a false accusation from my sister. So yeah,
What? Your
yeah,
blood sister?
my own blood sister. She heard from her. You know, my blood sister. She's into girls. I don't care. I'm the only one that really knew and supported her throughout her entire time. Like, and she got with this one girl, and she told me that her little girlfriend accused me of something from like years ago, and threw me all under the bus. And she had the audacity to bring this up to me when I was at a low point because our mom was also stricken with cancer at the time, or supposed to have been cancer at the time. She brought that up to me, and instead of trying to have a conversation, she just immediately believed her little girlfriend and denied me even telling a side. Didn't even want to hear what I had to say, and she just ran with it. And now she has like a child with this girl, and I don't know. I haven't spoken to my sister ever since, so it'd be probably going on about a year ever since she made this accusation, and it messed me up badly because I was like, I work in security and I'm trying to go into law enforcement, and at the time I was dating a woman who had 3 kids, and all I saw was my life just go down the drain. Just hearing this, I couldn't believe it was my own sister that had the audacity to say that, to the point to where like I don't know, I started going down a dark spiral. I was in some dark thoughts. Luckily I had luckily the girl I was dating at the time, she didn't believe my sister. I had my boys, you know, I had my boys to hold me, and I also got help from a therapist. Like I had a strong foundation, and originally I was just gonna like keep it to myself, but something told me I got to reach out and talk to somebody, otherwise this literally would be the end of me.
Well, I definitely am sorry that happened to you. You are the first case that I've ever heard in my entire life where it's actually home, your own blood, that's accusing you. And believe it or not, you do have a lot of people that will say it started in the home. My uncle, my dad. So I'm sorry you went through that, and I'm sorry that you and your sister haven't spoken. Have you gotten any counseling for that?
I have. I mean, I get some regular counseling, so I'm better now. So it's not. I don't have those thoughts anymore, but still, just the shock of it is what really got me. And I don't know, but I haven't spoken to her. I don't really talk to her because I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna have someone like this in my life. I know it's family and all, but family can also hurt you.
That is very true. That is very true. And I'm sorry you went through that. And if you ever do need someone to talk to, you definitely give me a call. Like I said, when I worked for the state, we had to prove that a father didn't touch his kids. So I could just imagine what you're going through, it being your sister, who's somebody that you grew up with. And that's pretty fucked up. And I'm sorry that happened to you. You hang in there. Don't you give up. She tried to ruin you, but you are standing strong. And at the end of the day, still love your sister and have love for her. You don't have to be close to her. You don't have to hang out with her, but you got to forgive her so that you can release that pain and start to heal. If you have not forgiven her yet, forgive her, not for her, but for you. I know that's hard to say. I know that's hard for me to tell you that, but forgive her, okay? Because eventually her karma will come. You gotta let God handle that. But don't let her have control of you, where you having pain in your heart, where when you think about her you get upset. So I'm hoping that you forgave her for yourself.
I'm on the road to recovery.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
It's still not an easy feat, because she's still with that girl, and now they have a child. Like, but they didn't even get the child the right way. That's a whole nother thing. But
Okay.
she's still with that girl, and I'm like, that's what really bothers me. If she were to leave that girl, I think things would start turning out for the better.
Yeah, people do coerce people to do things, and she could be the person that's holding her back. But if you don't forgive her, she's going to always have control over you with that allegation. So you got to forgive her. Like I said, it's hard to do that. But I've seen people forgive people for almost killing them, and they still forgave them because they didn't want that hate in their heart. When you don't forgive someone, they have control over you. So all I'm saying is, if you haven't forgiven her yet, at least try to, because then you'll release that pain off of you, and it'll go right onto her. Okay? So if you need some more guidance, just reach out to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I really
Okay.
appreciate it.
No problem. If you want to talk again, just hang back. Okay, Joshua, the floor is yours.
Hello, Miss Daphne. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were ready. Hello,
Yeah.
Miss Daphne. Go ahead, man. Go
Good
ahead.
evening. So I wanted to say two quick things. The first thing I wanted to say was Merlin Santana. Do you remember who that was?
No.
So that was the guy that played the character of Romeo on the Steve Harvey show.
Oh, he got killed. Didn't he
You know
get
how he
murdered
got
in his
killed, right?
car? He
You know
got
how
shot in the head, right?
But you know what happened?
No, I don't.
So he was messing with a girl. He told her he didn't want to deal with her no more. he was hanging out in L.A. She went back to her neighborhood, told her homies who were Bloods that he raped her, and they went and shot his car up. That's how he died.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that, and I
Yep.
liked him. He was
Yep.
Romeo.
They did a story on it on I believe it was Unsung or one of those crime shows, and the two dudes that it was like two guys, they got life, and the girl got like 10 years or something, but she got out. She's out now. The other two dudes are still locked up.
Wait, so the girl that lied and got him killed, she only got 10 years?
I believe so. Yeah, she didn't get life,
Shit,
nothing. She
man,
got
please.
and the two dudes got
Man,
life.
please.
Yeah. And
I did not know that that's how he died. I liked him. I liked Romeo. He was a good actor. He was on Moesha too.
Yep. Cool
Wow.
dude, child icon. That's what happened to him, and nobody ever talks about that.
Damn. So you mean tell me the woman only got 10 years? She should have got the same amount of time as the trigger
man. And don't quote me. I believe it was 10 years. She didn't get life. And I don't think she even served her whole time. You know what I mean? But the two dudes that shot his car up with an AK, he got hit in the head with an AK-47 round. So that was like a 7.62 round. He died. It went through the back of his car and went through his headrest and killed him instantly.
Oh my gosh. So y'all, if anybody ever watched the Steve Harvey show or Moesha, I think in Moesha his name was Ohaji, I think.
Ohaji, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know, I remember. And then he was Romeo in Steve Harvey show. He was actually killed by a girl that he didn't want to mess with no more. And that's what I said. They go back to their hood. They tell their brothers, he's trying to do this to me. And they don't ask no questions.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't care about trying to find out if that was true what their sister said or what their homegirl said. They went to kill him. And that's what's going on in our community. We're believing people that are running and crying instead of getting the full story. You can't say I'm sorry when someone's dead. You can't say my bad when they're dead. So that's what I'm saying. When you hear an allegation, before you get up and start grabbing the guns and ruining your own life, make sure it is true. You're not saying that she or he is wrong, but you got to get to the bottom of the story because people lie, especially when they're rejected. If a person thinks they look good and they're too good to be even talking to you and you reject them, rejection can change a person's whole mental state of mind. I'm telling you, I've seen it happen. I'm talking to a man right now, and I'm gonna tell y'all his story on my Instagram and Facebook real soon when he's ready. But a lot of these men get set up, and somebody said something significant in the comments. When you go to a club, they tell women how to be safe. Always travel with more than one woman. Hold hands when you guys are going through the crowds. Hold hands tight. But they never tell men how to avoid being drugged, how to avoid being set up, because you got some women that will look like, I'm telling you, just like the baddest bitch in the club. And she will walk in the club and stalk her prey. And she will find the guy that's been buying drinks. And unbeknownst to you, the bartender is in on the whole plot. He's the one supplying you the drinks, letting the woman know who's the high rollers. Hey, the guy with the gray shirt, he has the money. He's already bought 50 drinks. So that's her mark. She goes to that guy. She talks soft to him. She may even offer to buy him a drink. Wow. She's buying me a drink? Okay. Then she spikes his drink. Then she gets him to leave with her because the hitman is outside waiting so they can kidnap him, rob him, and kill him. That is the new hustle, fellas. You got to be careful. Sometimes the bartenders, they are in on the scam. That's why I told men, when you go to the bar, don't go by yourself. Go with a group of people, okay? And don't get drinks from that one bartender. Sometimes you have 3 or 4 of them. Have your boy go get the next drink. Alternate so they know that y'all hip to this game. But that bartender, he most likely knows the woman, and he's telling her who the high rollers are through text. Guy with the green shirt. And how do I know this? Because a man just got into some drama where he could have been killed. It happens every day. These women are smart because they know men think with their dicks. Men are not thinking this woman's gonna set me up. Y'all gotta open y'all fucking eyes in these clubs, y'all. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So we have somebody else on. Hold on. I think somebody's in the back. Okay. I see Salt. Is that your name, Salt? Salt?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Pick Salt because it's my YouTube name.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I like to thank you for standing up for men, and I also like to thank how technology also saves us sometimes.
Man, it does. Woo!
Because I remember I forgot this TikToker's name, but it was like he got falsely accused by this other TikToker, and she did it out of spite because I guess he rejected her or broke up with her. And the only reason he got saved is because he had his like location like details saved. So like to prove that he wasn't even in the same city as her when these allegations happened. And
So yeah,
like
technology, it helps. It does.
yeah. And also I like to bring up if you probably did it before, how like people would like attack men about like drugging and stuff. Like they did with Bill Cosby, but nobody said anything about Cardi B doing like admitting she would drug men to rob them and stuff.
Yep. I did mention Cardi B many, many, many times. I do not support Cardi B. I do not support Meg Thee Stallion. There's a lot of women I do not and will not support. Sadly, Beyonce supports these women. Beyonce supports Meg Thee Stallion because Beyonce was supposed to do a song with Tory Lanez, if anybody knew this, and she pulled from the record. So that tells me that she supports Megan because they're both from Texas. And come on, Beyonce. Come on now, Beyonce. You're better than that. How can you support
Honestly,
a
when I
known
hear
lie?
like stuff like that, is they support them automatically because it's like it's a woman thing.
It's a woman thing, not me. What Cardi B was doing to me was worse than what Bill Cosby was doing because these men thought they were going to get a one-on-one dance with this hoe. And instead of them getting the one-on-one dance, they're being assaulted by a tranny. That's the lowest of the fucking low. If a man was doing that to a woman and having somebody else take advantage of her when she's drugged up, he wouldn't see the light of day in his life. And yet Cardi B's getting endorsement deals. She's getting cartoon deals. She's getting all these deals because they think she's brave for telling everybody that she was a drugger. Get out of here, guys. How can anybody support Cardi B? How? How can we support Cardi B but y'all dragging Bill Cosby? That's a great question. Y'all said Bill Cosby was putting that in the Jell-O pudding, right? Right? Okay. Cardi B was putting it in these men's drink. But this is what women were saying. Why would the men follow a stripper? You never trust a stripper. Okay. Why were these women at Bill Cosby's condo at 2 a.m. when he's a married man? I could do the same shit. You think they were really going over there to read scripts at 2 a.m? No. Bill Cosby was trying
They
to get
wanted
some white
money
pussy.
and opportunity.
He was trying to, exactly. They knew if they fucked with Bill Cosby, they will advance their career. People have been doing it in Hollywood for many, many years, and they're doing it now. A lot of these female rappers who can't rap worth a damn, but they're shaped like a chromosome, they're fucking their way to the top. I know some of y'all have said to yourself, how the fuck did she get this beat? She can't even rap. Because she's fucking her way to the top. And then and when they don't get their way, they then bribe these same men. Well, I'll tell everybody that you made me suck your dick for this record. I will be a victim. A lot of these men are fucking up in the industry, but they've been doing this. Those women wanted Bill Cosby's sperm because they wanted to be the next person that will be given a chance in the limelight. Back then, you had to be good at what you were doing, or you had to know somebody. So why not go to Bill
Just like the
Cosby's
Drake
condo
thing
at
too,
2
where
a.m.?
just like with the Drake thing too, where now you have to put like the whole hot sauce and condoms thing because they went to fuck for like fame and money, and that won't pay the consequences for trying to steal his sperm.
Well, the thing about it is, the reason why men have to put hot sauce and do all these big things is because women lie. People laughed at 50 Cent when he said he made these women sign a contract. I didn't laugh. I thought it was fucking brilliant. Have you ever heard of 50 Cent having a sexual assault allegation? Anybody? Anybody?
Nope.
Hello? No. Because he's telling these dummies, have them sign a contract that protects you and her. Because women are always looking for the next check. If I get to be with Drake, how many of these women you've seen on TikTok saying, I fucked Drake, and then the next day I fucked this guy, and the next day I fucked... These men are just not using their head. Even Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was linked to Selena Powell. You know, the Selena Powell that's in prison right now, or in jail right now, who looks a hot mess without her makeup and weave and all that, right? And Snoop Dogg said, I wouldn't mess with you. You badly built. But Selena had the receipts. She had all the FaceTimes of Snoop Dogg butt-ass naked with the dog in the background. Come on, Snoop. You got exposed, bruh. 50 Cent, a lot of these guys hit this woman knowing that she exposes everybody she sleeps with. Y'all got to be smart with what you're doing with your dick. You have to be, guys. And I'm not telling you to live a life of where you're scared to look over your shoulder, but you guys have to start being smart. You got to start being smart. These clubs are the biggest scams because if you don't know the owner, you better get to know the owner because a lot of those bartenders, they're linked into this scam. You're the high roller. Don't spend all your money at the club. If you're going with a bunch of guys, all you guys split it. Everybody goes and get a different drink. That's how it should be. Because right now, I'm trying to give you guys the game. If you're not taking notes, please take notes. Because the bartender, he's in on the whole thing. You trust a man bartender, right? Most men, they gravitate towards the man that's serving the drinks. Because I know he wouldn't play me. Yes, they will play you. That's the whole point. Some guys will say, well, yeah, when I go to a bar, I don't get a drink from a woman. I get it from the man. Don't do that either. You got to be careful. Watch what you're doing. Because he's texting that girl. Yep, the guy in the yellow shirt. He's already bought 10 drinks. I've seen him pull out a wad of cash. Now they have their mark. Then they send the woman. And the woman wins every time. Because men are visual. They see ass and titties and a pretty face. And they lose their fucking mind. Now you're leaving out with this woman. And she got you where she wants you. Because you're not smart. Come on, fellas. This game has been happening for years. And if a woman tries to play you, whoop her ass. You see her put something in your drink, I will beat the fuck out of her. Do like they do y'all. Go get your cousin. Go get your sister. Have them beat the brakes off of that woman. Because she could have taken your life just that easy. They're putting the pills right between their breasts. And it's starting to dissolve already. So it's easy to throw it in your drink and let it finish dissolving. They keep the pills where you won't even know that they have them. Sometimes there's bras that have little pockets on the side of them. Our bras are coming more handy now. And they can put the 2 little pills right there in the bra. Bam, she got you. You think it's a nipple and it's a pill. Come on, fellas. Be visual. Be visual. These women, they are trying to get you guys. We all saw that woman hand, what's his name? Rick Ross the drink, and he pushed it away. He rejected her and embarrassed her. She was embarrassed like a motherfucker, but I was laughing. I said, that's a smart man right there. You never take a drink from a woman. I don't care how good she looks. Don't take no drink. Did you see her pour the drink? Did you see her open up a brand new bottle and pour the drink? Well, then don't take the drink. What I think they should start doing is making it where you can detect if something has been put in the drink through the ice. If it turns pink, you know how when you piss in a pool, now they say it turns blue? They need to make it for men too. We need to put things in place for men. We do. They have nothing for men because they don't see men as being a victim. But know that men are the biggest victims in clubs. Go to Vegas. That's where most men get scammed. Y'all see them women walking the boulevard with close to nothing? You see them every day. I had to check a woman in Vegas when I was with my husband. I was going to beat the fuck out of her. I knew the whole thing. Hey, do you know about this? Come with me. I'll show you. I said, and guess what will happen to you if you grab my husband again? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought he was by himself. You thought he was by himself. Come on, y'all. Fellas, don't go to Vegas by yourself either. Like I said, these women, this is scamming season. The whole decade is full of scams. $3.2 billion have been lost due to scams. So I'm trying to tell you guys, you got to be, I'm not telling you not to go have fun. When you go out and have fun, don't bring a big wad of cash with you.
Because that's what they do. Follow somebody to a second location either. Don't follow her to her place or nothing.
Don't do none of that.
Unless you let people's know where you at. You have to let your friends know, whoever you're out with know where you're going with this random person from the bar. Exactly.
And my thing is, don't ever go with a random period. That's my thing. Don't. Oh, hey guys, come over to our hotel. We're partying over here. What do men do? All right, cool. Y'all thinking with your dicks. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? All I'm saying, fellas, is be careful. These women, they all have a motive. And if you reject a woman, if you have to do it on camera, do it on camera. Reject her on camera. Because like I said, nowadays, these women, they are ready. We live in a world where they can say you did something and you can still go to jail just based off of them saying it. It's that easy for women. That's why the Me Too movement is such a scam, because their motto is believe the woman. That is so fucking selfish and stupid. I don't believe women like that. I'm a woman myself, and I will never believe a woman just off of her saying it happened. If I would have believed those kids off of them saying my daddy touched my vagina, do you know what would have happened to that man in prison? Do you know what would have happened to him? He would be dead probably. You know what they do to men that touch little girls? Your life is over. You're somebody's butt buddy for the rest of your life. Or you die. You have to choose. That's what they do to you in prison, fellas. So if I believe that little girl right off the bat, that dad would be done. But people don't want to do the research because the Me Too movement is saying, believe anything a woman says, believe it. If they believed Amber Heard, Johnny Depp will be canceled right now, right? So it's not true. Do not believe women. Do not believe men. Believe facts. If somebody says, hey, he touched me, what's your proof? I don't have any proof. Well, then he didn't touch you. That's where I go with it. Sorry, you don't have no proof. You're yelling at me, but there's no proof. There's nothing you can do. Y'all got to stop lying. That girl who lied about sexual assault was in her early 20s. I believe she was 24. And for her mom to say that her daughter lies like this, do you know whose house they would come to shoot first? The moms. Do you understand that there were men on that thread saying, where does your ex live? The ex had nothing to do with this allegation, y'all. When I went to her ex's page and saw that he had a daughter in the background, can you imagine them dragging him out of his house and shooting him in the head? Because they thought he was the one that she was talking about. So realize that I'd be called a snitch all day. But at least I saved that man's life. She lied. And Facebook never took her post down. So guys, I need you to understand that women can get away with this shit online, even when you expose them. That cop told me, she told us to leave. Leave her alone. That don't sound like no rape victim to me. Because if you're a real victim, you're going to ask the cops for your help. Right? That man, the whole story was a lie. I laid there when he was on top of me. And he asked me, is this rape? And I said, yes. And then he said, okay. And then he finished. Then he got up, zipped up his pants, gave me back my phone, and he left. I locked the door. Then she went on Facebook and posted the whole story. And y'all telling me I believe it. Then she had my stalker. My stalker said that she sent her the video of the whole transaction. Now you have a video? Sounds premeditated to me. Listen to me, y'all. She gave a person she doesn't even know personally the video of what happened. Okay, so how come when the cops showed up, you didn't show them the video? Huh? How come when I did a checkup 2 weeks after to see if there was a police report filed, to see if anybody checked on her, there was no evidence of anything happening? The cop told me we cannot force her to file a complaint or to file a charge against somebody. She has to come down and do it herself. That means that nothing was filed. Duh. So that black woman lied for clout. But this time, she pinned it on a black man. They just didn't know who the black man was. That's what makes me mad. Just like Tisha Campbell said, it was 2 black men in a van, right? There were no seats in the back. And it was so messy in the back. And the guy said, get in. And I said, no. And the guy said, get in. And I said, no. So y'all did all that talking. And you didn't think to pull out your phone. Check me out, y'all. We live in a world of technology. This happened in February, right? Of this year. And you didn't have no cell phone? So then Gina said, I went up to the front desk and I said, who gave me this number? And she said, I don't know. Guys, listen to what I'm saying. So she didn't have no phone on her when that transaction happened. Right? No pictures, no license, not even a fucking license plate. She didn't even give us a description of the color of the van, y'all. So that's why I said it was cap. Tisha Campbell is a fucking liar. It changed how I felt about her. I would never support Tisha Campbell again. And I know she knows that I've been talking about her. I know she knows. But a lot of women told me I was wrong. I believe facts. It has been months and we still haven't had an update on the kidnapping that could have happened, right? She did it all because her career is sinking. Her dancing sucks. Her singing sucks and she's getting fat. So what does she have to do now? Oh, I have to lie about somebody attacking me or trying to steal me. That way I can get my followers up. Because what do women do? Protect women. Protect black women. Black women are always being abducted. Get the fuck out of here. They weren't going to take that yellow woman. She ain't worth nothing. What kind of ransom would they have did? Give us a 6th season of Martin or we're going to kill Gina. What were they going to do? She ain't got no money. Her husband divorced her. What were they going to do? Kidnap her and ask for a 6th season? Come on, you guys. All I'm saying is she blamed it on 2 black men that didn't exist. And y'all don't see the trend? It's always a black man with a hoodie. That's their favorite line. It was a guy that pulled up in a van and he had a black hoodie. Because, you know, black men wear their hoodies. That's what they do. But that's the description that's always given. Black man with dreads or a black man with a hoodie. So that means it happened, right? So forgive me for calling these women out for lying. Y'all don't never want to believe the facts. You like to attack me and say that I'm wrong, but you can't tell me why I'm wrong. Those women that told me I was wrong about Tisha Campbell, I asked them, what's the update? She filed a police report. With who? With who? Because no police department has received anything from her. All we got was a video. Then at the end of the video, I ain't fucking Gina. She got real hood at the end of the video if y'all watch the whole thing. It was so animated and fake. She's no better than Amber Heard and Meg Thee Stallion and Jada Pinkett. These modern day predators and liars are right here in your face, and you guys still support them. You still support them. Meg Thee Stallion is still making y'all think that this man shot her. She's still out there running her fucking mouth to try to drag Tory even more, right? And yet, Tory's been out the whole time this happened. We're coming up on 2 years, y'all. Last year, y'all said he didn't get locked up because of COVID. So what's your excuse for this year? They're still not letting people in the court? Because he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And when it comes out that he didn't do it, y'all better have that same exact energy. And if it comes out that he did do it, I'll apologize. But the way it's looking, her story has changed 50 times, y'all. And if she was on First 48, they would tell her she's lying. Cops don't forget the story you told them. They take notes for a reason. We're trained that when you're telling a story, we're writing down key things that you said so we can reiterate them back to you, right? So when you see them again a week later, they bring up those key elements. They ask you a question leading you to what you told them, but now you're going a different route because you're lying. All I'm saying, you guys, is a lot of these women, they lie on good men. Like when they said that Derrick Rose broke into that woman's window and had sex with her. Derrick Rose had an injury. And she's saying that he climbed up the side of her apartment, went through the little, you know how some apartments have those staircases that lead up to the window. She's saying that Derrick Rose, who was injured, went up the stairs and climbed through a window and fucked her and left. And everybody called Derrick Rose a rapist. They all did. Everybody said he was guilty. And it turned out that she lied. But nobody forgot the allegation on him. That's why it's hard for a black man in America. Because you guys keep lying for money. Then when the truth comes out, they never lock up the liar. 50 hours of community service is not a punishment, y'all. I'm just saying. Y'all remember this. I can keep going. A lot of these men. Chris Brown gets an allegation every year, right? I've named a few things that people have said and we haven't had an update. Like I said, I've named a lot of high-profile men who were accused of rape, and yet they're still not locked up. Why? I hear so many stories about Trey Songz doing all these things to these women, but how come he hasn't had any conviction yet? Because, they can't wait to lock up a black man. Tell me I'm wrong. They love when a black man fucks up. That's why I said, why would Tory Lanez be out making music when he could be in prison making license plates if he did it? It'd be that easy to lock him up or deport him, right? It's a black man we're talking about. So don't tell me that these men are guilty when they're not being treated like they're guilty. All I'm saying is black men have it hard already. And if you are a black man out there that was accused by a woman and you had to fight for years to get your name back, I'm sorry you went through that. I'm sorry. And sometimes you're accused by a woman you're not even dating. So some of y'all can say, I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to have, you don't have to do any of that to be accused. You could be going to a friend's house and get accused. Y'all act like y'all don't leave the house. You could be at work. Most accusations happen in the workplace, believe it or not. That one girl that likes you and you don't like her, you're not attracted to her, goes into HR and says that you brushed up against her titties. It's that easy. Or you guys both are going into the break room at the same time and you brushed against her pussy. That's how easy it is to get y'all niggas fired in the workplace. They're going to believe a crying woman over a man that's calm. That's just the way it works. So y'all might not ever go to a club, but you got to go to work. And if you don't work with females, then good for you. Because most of your men work with females, unfortunately. Never work with somebody that you fucked. That's a big no-no. Because if you are attracted to somebody else at the job, she's going to feel like you're laughing in her face. Like, oh, I hit it and quit it. Now I'm dating her. They're really going to get you then. Okay, Top Tier, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, Daphne? How you doing?
It's going good.
Good to speak with you again. I just wanted to give my story and my insight real quick. My going through a divorce, ex-wife came with a family to move out and get their stuff. So I got my cell phone, sat in the garage. I moved everything to the garage so they could move everything of my ex-wives out, but had my phone recording what was going on. And so I overheard her mother say, "Why am I being recorded?" Right? And keep in mind, I have all this on video, got the audio, everything. She said, "Don't worry, I'll fix this." Ex-wife walks out the garage. Unbeknownst to me, I'm still sitting there on the washer and dryer with my phone recording everything. She calls 911 and tells them there are people holding us here at the house. We came to remove the items. It's my ex-husband, and there's other people. He has an unregistered AK-47, and they have guns. I didn't know this. I got the 911 audio later. This is what, guys, we're going through the court hearings. I subpoenaed it. So I'm sitting there, and lo and behold, I'm looking at my phone while it's recording, the second phone, and I hear my name get called. I look up, and there's an officer. They already had, I guess, gradually motioned them away from the garage. I'm up against the end of the garage, and I hear my name. I look up, and there's an officer with his hand on his sidearm, saying, "Sir, can you come here?" So I'm like, "Whoa, okay." I put my hands up. He says, "Please come out." Hands up. I walk out. As soon as I walk out, there's a freaking police breach team of total about 10 SUV squad cars. He goes, my phone's still in my hand, held up, pats me down. I don't have anything on me. I'm just in basketball shorts and a wife beater shirt. Sits me down on the curb and says, "Is there anybody else in the house?" I said, "No, nobody's in the house. Can we go in?" I said, "Sure, go ahead. Not a problem." So while the police breach team goes in, they get their gear ready. They go through the garage. I guess they're going to clear each room based on her lie. I'm outside. The officer's asking me questions. "So, sir, did you have guns and this and this?" Luckily, my mentor, a director at the corporate office I work for, told me he knows about everything that's going on. And he said, "Bro," he's former Air Force, "bring your guns you have, your rifles, World War I, classic firearms, and just store them at my place." I guess he's much older than me, but he has relatives that have gone through divorces and it gets hairy. So I did this 2 months prior. So the police breach team goes in, they search every room, going up and down, they go up in the attic where the guns would have been. They come back out and they say, "Sir, nobody else was here." I said, "No, I told you nobody was here." They said, "Okay, well, what about your guns, the AK-47s?" I said, "I don't own an AK-47, one. And two, I don't have any guns in the house. And I thank goodness because they're with my good friend and they're at his place. So you don't have any guns?" "No." And so all 8, 10 of these police breach team officers immediately turn to my ex-wife, say, "Ma'am, can you come here, please?" And they walk her off about 40 feet away. I don't know what they're talking about. I saw it later in the report. They asked her in the bottom of the report, "What happened? Did you see Mr. Me with guns, or did you see people with guns?" It said, ex-wife says no on the police report. No, he did not have any guns. And no, there were no other people with guns. Now, keep in mind, I'm sitting on the curb. This is about a 20-minute ordeal, 25-minute ordeal. The freaking helicopter circling up on top above our place. The freaking hostage negotiator shows up after the police breach team, and he's with this old 60-year-old man with his hands out like, "What's going on? Okay, where am I needed?" They brought out the whole rigmarole based on this lie. And so as soon as they asked her that question, and I guess you can see their demeanor totally changed. Like, "Man, let's get out of here." They turned around, and by then 2 younger officers, cadets, are sitting there while I'm on the curb, standing next to me. They said, one of the SWAT breach team guys said, "Yeah, tell this young officer, he's about to get married. Tell him what it's like." They shook their head and they got back in their cars and they started to phase out. Right. And so she proceeded to go and get her items so she can hurry up and move out the stuff from the garage. But it was all a joke. And when you listen to the 911 call, she's telling them this. At first, she sounds somewhat frantic. And then I guess her mother and sister are joking in the background and she's laughing. And the 911 operator's like, "Ma'am, can you please repeat that? Who is there? What's going on?" "Oh, yeah, you need to send officers." And she goes back into conversation, the sidebar, while 911 is recording all this like it's a joke. But I say all this to say, that's just one of many other situations. That's the crescendo. But yeah, the stuff happens quite often. It happens frequently, and it's not a joke, and it can devastate people's lives. Thank goodness they looked at me and nothing happened. They said, "Okay, let her get her stuff and get out of here, bro. And we're sorry we had to." They apologized. They shook my hand. "Sorry, we have to follow." I said, "No, I get it. You got a call. You don't know what it is, so you got to come prepared." But a freaking regalia of about 8 police breach team officers, another 5 more outside on patrol, just making sure nothing happened, and it was all a false flag.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm glad nothing happened to you, because I'm saying back in the day, a woman can call and she'll be screaming, he's trying to kill me. The cops show up ready to kill the guy, and the guy didn't do nothing. There was also a video that I saw of a guy walking away, and he was recording himself walking away while she was behind him telling him to come back in the house.
You see?
Somebody also tagged me on the video where the dude and his girlfriend got into it and they were arguing, and he said, you know what? I'm leaving. Now, guys, I'm going to be posting that Baby Boy clip because I want you guys to see how real it is. Y'all remember on Baby Boy when Jody got into it with her because she kept accusing him of fucking that girl at her job? Remember, he actually didn't fuck her, right?
Yeah.
Remember how bad she got in the kitchen and was throwing stuff? And he said, you know what? I'm going to leave. What did Yvette do? She stopped him from leaving. She kept pushing him and telling him you're not going nowhere. Mind you, the average man wants to get out of that environment because they know where it's going to go. Right? So Jody is trying to leave out. And what did she do? She hits him. So as a reflex, he knocked her ass back out. Well, he didn't knock her out, but he hit her back. And then what did she do? You hit me. How much is a man supposed to fucking take? She hit him like a nigga. She hit him with a good right hook. Then she started hitting him and crying. And all he wanted to do was leave. But let me tell you, when she hit him and he hit her back and she fell and started crying and ran into the room, if she would have called the cops, do you think they would have believed that she socked him first? No. They would have believed just her word. That's what men go through today. They go through exactly Jody trying to leave. So even though it's a movie, it's relevant to today. Women won't let a man leave. They'll be so upset. They will hit him, stab him, and try to hurt him to prevent him from leaving. That's all he wants to do is leave. Then he fights back. He's now the aggressor. He's now going to prison. So I'm saying, you guys have to understand that a lot of women, they cause all this to happen by not letting the man leave. They don't want him to leave. They know they fucked up.
Daphne, check this out. Exactly what you just said. Another instance comes to mind. It's like flashbacks coming back, man. Same thing. Similar. She didn't want me to leave. Argument. I don't want to hear it. I don't like to argue. I'll go downstairs. She follows me downstairs. I go back upstairs. She follows me upstairs. I ain't going nowhere. Back talking behind me. So as I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm leaving. She runs to the front door and blocks the front door. So I can't go through the front door because I don't even want to touch her, nothing like that. So I said, you know what? Screw it. I went through the garage, hurried up, got my keys, ran through the garage, hopped in the car and bounced. When I come back, what does she do? I'm trying to open the garage and park my car in the garage. I can't. She disconnected the extension cord for the garage and hit it. This is the mindset of what goes on. So I'm like, man, do I even want to stay here and come back even though things cool down? So I just went to a hotel to avoid it. But I get exactly what you're saying. No matter which way you turn, sometimes the trouble just follows you.
It does. And a lot of men that I know, the first thing they want to do is they want to leave and get fresh air and get out of the situation. But when you got a woman following you around like a poodle, yelling at you, get back. Now, mind you, your average neighbor who's nosy, we all got that nosy neighbor, right? They looking at the window and they see her crying, come back here. So they call 911. He's making her cry. He's making her upset. When really, it's her, right?
100%.
So, women always win that battle, even if the man isn't wrong. And all I'm saying is men have it hard already, women. So why make their lives even worse? They already have a target. Most of your kidnappings and abductions, it happens from a man doing that to a woman. I agree. Majority of your serial killers are men. I get that. But you don't have to treat every man like that type of man. They didn't do nothing to deserve that, right? You can't assume that every man that's in the gym wants your goodies. They don't want your goodies. Some of them are looking at you because they're waiting for you to get off the fucking machine because you're on TikTok and Snapchat. So, ladies, I need you to understand something. You might have a man that's been staring at you for 30 minutes at the same machine because he wants you to get up. That's what it is. I've done it. I've watched a woman on TikTok take pictures of her doing the inner thighs. And making this noise, y'all. I'm looking at her. We're about 15 minutes in. I need to do my inner thighs. I come over to the machine and I start looking at her. She looked at me and I looked at her. I said, you've been on this machine long enough taking pictures. Are you done? Oh, I'm done now. Then get the fuck up. That's how I spoke to her. Get the fuck up, because I knew you weren't even using the machine. She don't even got the thing in on a weight level. She just making it seem like she's doing hard weight, y'all. So ladies, know that some men are staring at you because they want you to get the fuck up. Men actually go there to work out. They don't go there to be seen or noticed. They go there to work out. Y'all know what y'all doing. Some women will get on them thigh machines and put their knees where your ass is supposed to be. And I look too. I be looking too. Like, what the fuck? So I need you to understand, I look too. I'm a woman. I look too. So y'all are not slick. Then when a man looks at them that they're not attracted to, stop looking at me. What are you looking at?
Yep.
So all I'm saying is, guys, these scams have been going on for years. Women keep thinking they're entitled. They can go into a gym half naked, and you better not look at them. You better not even look their way. You better not even walk across them. Like, who do y'all think y'all are? You guys are not the gym queens. I push people out the way. I move them out the way. If I see that somebody's been in a machine too long, I take their water bottle and relocate it. I don't give a fuck. I'm that type of woman because I actually go there to work out. I'm not going there to be seen. And if we're in a sauna and you're taking pictures and you're on Snapchat, I start screaming. I've done that before to fuck a woman's video up. I said, oh, damn, it's hot here. Then she got mad, got up and left. Yeah, bitch. I don't want to be on your video. Get the fuck out of the sauna. Like I said, a lot of women do that on purpose, y'all. So like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to go hard for men because they have it hard right now. They have it the hardest right now. These men are going through so much in their lives. So much. And all women do is want to come up, and they're willing to take a man down in any way possible. I just got through talking to a man who was going at it with his baby mama, who asked him for money, y'all. Mind you, this woman has a full-time job, and she also does hair from the outside of her house. And you know you're not supposed to be doing that. Ladies, men, if you're cutting hair or doing nails and you don't have a license, do you know how dangerous that is? People can get off on you easy. Oh, you didn't do my nails right. I'm not paying. What you gonna do? Go to court and sue him without a license? No, your ass might go to jail. So she asked him for $200, and he told her, what do you need it for? And she told him, I need it for the kids. I need it. I've already spent my check, so I need this money for gas. You know, the gas prices are high. And he says, well, you got a full-time job. You're getting child support, you got a full-time job, and you're doing hair outside of your house. So I know you're getting money. Let me tell you, fellas, women that do hair, some of the hairdos start off at $200 a pop. So if they had 20 clients, you do the math. So he told me, what should I say back? I said, do you know if she had any clients recently? Well, I don't know because she has me blocked. See, that's what women do. They don't want you to see their movements because they know you're going to take it to court. So I did the groundwork for him. And we found out that she's had over 20 clients in the past month. So even if each client was $20 a head, which I know ain't nobody going to charge you $20 for box braids for any type of style. It ain't even $20 to do a blowout. Okay? Your minimum is probably $50. So if you've had 20 clients plus your full-time job plus child support in the last month, why are you asking this man for $200? So I told him to be petty. So she even threatened him, okay, I'm going to go to the child support office and do an increase because I know you got a raise last year. So if you know he got a raise last year, why didn't you put the increase in then? Because now she's mad because he rejected her, right? So when she said that to him, I told him to tell her K, because women, they hate when they say a whole paragraph and you respond K. That's the trigger. I wanted him to trigger her. So then she responds back, okay, just got off the phone with the lady. They're going to be sending you some paperwork with a court date for the increase hearing. He said, K. Kept talking. Okay, I'll see you in court. I'm going to make sure that your life is ruined. So then I told him, okay, look, now hit her with the facts. Then I had him tell her about him knowing about the clients that she has outside of her house. He knows that she's been getting money. He knows that she's doing that illegally. He knows that she can get in trouble for doing hair outside of her house and not reporting that to the IRS. I know she's made more than $1,000 off those 20 clients. Come on now.
Damn.
So when he hit her with the facts, guess what? She didn't respond. See?
Yep.
I help men. I love helping men with that. She didn't say nothing. He said, hey, you ain't got nothing else to say. What's going on, pumpkin? I told him to antagonize her now. She has not responded. It's been about 6 hours. So I got a wonderful text thread for you guys. That's easy. That's how you get women. You get them to say something that can get them in trouble, and then you use it against them. That's why I tell men, if you can text them, text them. Because if you call her and you guys are arguing, It's your word against hers. And you can't record them if you're in a state that doesn't allow it. It's a felony. You can go to prison for that. The only way you can record somebody if you're in that type of state where it says you have to let them know, you have to let them know. If you told your baby mama, hey, before we speak, I'm recording you, do you think she's going to say something incriminating? No. But through text, you're not controlling her. She's typing on her own free fucking will. See, so when women don't get their way and they feel like you're rejecting them or you're not doing something for them, they will then try to hit your pockets. Oh, I'm going to the child support office to increase your... Okay, if you knew he had a raise last year, why didn't you do it then? Huh? Because now you're mad at him. See, he even told her, if you need gas, why don't you get on the bus? You live on a bus route that takes you right there to work. She didn't want to hear that either. So all I'm saying is, look, fellas, I'm going to continue to go hard for you guys because I know how life is for you guys. You guys don't deserve half the things that these women are doing. And I know one day somebody's going to stand up for you guys and change these laws around. When they start locking these women up, I'm going to celebrate. When they create a law, it's going to be after a man. It should be called the Deshaun Watson law. That if you accuse a man of sexual misconduct, rape, assault, and it turns out that you lied, you get 10 years minimum. The Deshaun Watson law. When are they going to do that? I would be very happy. That would be a milestone. Or even call it the Johnny Depp law, right? Whatever you want to call it. Because they love naming stuff after white people. Remember the Amber Alert? That was after a white kid. Now, mind you, black kids have been getting abducted for years. But they called it the Amber Alert. Amber was a white kid that got abducted. When are they going to have an alert for black people? That's all I'm saying. We already don't get the respect. So what I'm saying is when they make a law where women or anybody, I'm saying women because mostly women do this. I've never heard of a man saying she grabbed my dick and it wasn't true. If there is a case like that, can y'all tell me? Because I don't know. The last person that said somebody grabbed his dick, Terry Crews said another man grabbed his dick and he didn't fight. And what did y'all do? Y'all laughed at him. Y'all said he's big as fuck, like a robot. You mean to tell me a man in Hollywood grabbed your dick and you didn't fight him off? Y'all remember Terry Crews? If you guys don't know who Terry Crews is, he was on Friday. He was what was it? What was his name? And Friday, he was the bully. Was it I forgot his name. Somebody help me. I feel bad.
No, it's not Debo. I forgot.
No, it wasn't Debo. So y'all remember in Friday, Terry Crews was the bully, but I forgot his name. Was it Damon?
Damon, yep.
Okay.
Damon.
So people look at him like this big, powerful guy. He came out and said that somebody in Hollywood grabbed his dick and he didn't fight back. They laughed at him. If anybody remembered that story, they were like, yo, big ass didn't fight. Yo, big, huge, muscular ass didn't fight back. No, he didn't. He did not beat the guy's ass. He didn't. He didn't. And that made him instantly weak in y'all eyes, right? Because y'all see him as this big bully, right? No, not the guy from the Old Spice commercials. You way off. Terry Crews? No. He wasn't in no Old Spice commercial. Terry Crews was also the host on America's Got Talent.
He was in Old Spice for a little bit. Yeah,
he was? Oh, yeah. I must not have seen it. Okay. I thought she would say Terry Crews from Friday. Everybody knows him from there, but okay. All I'm saying is he said that a man grabbed his dick and he didn't fight back. And people laughed at him. They called him weak. They said, your big ass been big like that probably your whole life. And you didn't knock this motherfucker out? No, he did not. He didn't fight. So imagine why men don't come out. Because y'all laugh at them. Y'all judge them off of how big they are. Instead of saying maybe he was in shock. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I know if somebody did that to me, I'll kill him. So maybe he just, we look at him like he's these movie characters. And in real life, he's human. He's not Superman. He's not this big, buff, scary guy. He probably never fought before because he didn't have to. Right? You got a lot of men that look like they can fight, but they can't fight. So he didn't fight. And maybe because he's in Hollywood, he didn't want to be known as someone that beats people up and then not get his next job. People are ass kissers too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because they're powerful people.
I would have whooped the shit out of him. Okay, Skylard, you way off. Michael Clark Duncan, no, that's not the same guy. Y'all crazy out here in these comments. No, I just told y'all what movie. Yep, Terry Crews was in. It was in White Chicks. Skylard, please tell me you saw White Chicks. He was in White Chicks. He was the one that was pursuing Marlon, the black guy. Making my way downtown. That was Terry Crews. I hope you saw that movie. If you haven't seen White Chicks, you need to step up your movie game, bro. So all I'm saying, guys, is that men have been getting false allegations on them for years. And even with Emmett Till, we all know his story. The woman came out on her deathbed and said, I lied. And she's still alive and well. It took her almost dying to tell the truth. but Emmett Till was already dead. What they did to that young boy, he was a handsome young man too and had a lot of life to live. And his life was taken. If y'all saw how bloated his body was from being in that water, maybe that will make you guys feel a little bit different about making false allegations on men, because they didn't give him a chance to fight. They killed him. He was a kid though. When are they going to have the Emmett Till rule? Maybe it should be called the Emmett Till rule, that if you make a false allegation on someone, you are penalized. Maybe it should be called the Emmett Till rule, because it's been happening since then. Maybe we should start something. I'm going to look into that. I honestly think we should implement the Emmett Till rule, where if you do make a false allegation on a man and it turns out that he didn't do it, you are going to be doing 5 to 10 years minimum in prison, depending on the allegation. If you said he raped you and it turns out you said it because he rejected you, that's 10 years in prison. If you said that he touched you or groped you and it turned out that he didn't, that's 5 years in prison. The severity of the time depends on the allegation.
And Daphne, I promise you, all of these stats, these women who rape, whatever it may be, horrible stats, totally will drop. A significant amount will drop.
Man, the world would be so different. And like CC said, I've never heard of a false allegation by a man. Me either, CC. Look, I've been doing this a long time, and I've never heard a man come to me and say, this woman did this, or they're not going to do it, because people are not going to believe them. They're going to look and say, like, come on, bro. Just like when the guy got his ass beat, he said, I did not do that to her. They see a ripped shirt. So when he darted out of that room, because he finally got past her, she ripped her shirt and came out of there behind him. He tried to rape me. All they see is a ripped shirt and him darting out of the room. That's the only thing they saw. So if they would have just hemmed him up to get the story instead of beating his ass, none of that would have happened. But when he darted out, she thought quick on her feet and said, let me rip my shirt real quick. Now they see her out there with her bra showing, and they immediately said, yep, he did it. Do you see how scary that is, y'all? If he was on the south side of Chicago, they would have dragged him out and shot him in the head. That's what they do out here in Chicago. They don't ask any questions. They don't. So do you realize how quick a man's life can be taken?
And to me, it's as if it's this weird yearning for control. You're like you just explained, the man ran outside the door and she's behind him, ripped her shirt. Well, if I can't make him stay and if I can't control him here, well, I'm going to win in the end. And no matter what, I'm going to be standing on top of this hill mound while you get roughed up, get your butt kicked, whatever it may be. It's like, man, I just shake my head at it, man. It's unfortunate.
I'm sure when he was getting his ass kicked, she was smiling inside like,
exactly.
Yes. Women feed off of that. Like, guys, you've seen a thin line between love and hate. When he rejected her and started getting back with Mia, his childhood friend, what did we watch Lynn Whitfield do? And even if it is a movie, Lynn Whitfield put a ball inside of a sock, right? Or inside of her stocking and started hitting herself in the face. Bam, bam. Take her arm and close it in the door. Bam. Then she admitted herself in the hospital. Then what did she do? She made them think that she made him think it was his childhood friend Mia, the one he was really interested in. So he gets there at the hospital, and then she tells the cops he's here, and they come and take him away. They come and take him away because they believe that he put her in that hospital bed when he didn't even touch her. Remember? Women have been doing that for years. They wouldn't have put that in the movie if it wasn't relevant to today.
I was just about to say that.
Think about it, guys. Some of these movies from back in the day, they're subliminals because they want you to know the shit happened. It happened. She literally hit herself in the face. Just like that guy who saw him and his girl arguing. And he was recording it and nobody knew he was recording. So when she grabbed him and he said, get off me, she started ripping her shirt, scratching her face. The dude was recording it the whole time. Then cops showed up. Him the dude up. She's crying. He did all this to me. She's bleeding. They see the blood. He whips out his flashlight and sees the scratches on her face. Oh, yeah, your ass is going down. Until the neighbor said, hold up. I recorded the whole incident. She did that to herself. Wow. You're lying, you fucking liar. He handed the cop the phone. You should have saw how pale the cops turned when they saw her doing it to herself. I'm telling you, technology is a bitch. Because some people, you never know who's recording. If nobody was recording that, they would have thought he did that to that woman. So I'm telling you guys, it is that easy to ruin a man's life. The cops don't believe nothing. They only believe what they see. So if they see scratches in a ripped shirt and he's all intact, he did that shit. That's just the way the world is.
Man, Daphne, trust me when I tell you this. I learned during exchanges for my son with my ex-wife at the police substation. There would be all kinds of false accusations the first 2 weeks. So what did I do? I went to Amazon. I think it was $120, a police vest body cam, the little cam. I put that sucker on, and every time when I would show up, she would be hot because she couldn't falsify or bring these things up to court during the divorce proceedings and lie. I have everything recorded. And so as far as it was concerned, she tried to avoid being caught on camera, to be real with you. It's something you guys may want to invest in, Prices are fairly cheap, even for cameras around the house. Protect yourselves. You got to protect yourselves.
Guys, look, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, a lot of men have went through a lot. And if they haven't changed the laws from Emmett Till being murdered and his accuser saying that she lied and she still gets to live. And even if she is old and one sneeze away from the upper room, I don't think she should be serving her time at her house. I think she should be in jail. I would love for her to die in jail. I'm sorry. I know that sounds like some bad shit, but if you guys go to Google and look at what they did to Emmett Till, it still makes me want to cry to this day. He had to be so scared to be dragged out of his house and tortured. They tortured that young man, and then the bitch that lied on him is still living right now in her house, retired. Yeah. She had no punishment done to her. Well, she's old already. She's about to die. Well, it's been about 6 years since she told them that she lied. She's been alive for 6 years. I would have rather her spent that time in prison. That's just me, y'all.
And if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong here. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think it was a relative of hers. I don't know if it was a cousin she told it to, and him and one other man went out and were the ones that jacked up. And I might be wrong in this, but I think I read that somewhere. But yeah.
All I know is she thought she was going to the upper room. And when people think that they're about to die, they usually tell everything. And then God was like, nope, not yet.
Yeah.
I got you. He said, not yet. Yep. Now you just told the truth, dummy. Yep. Not yet.
Now relish in your lying.
She is still alive. So, I don't know if I have the capability. I don't want to get sued or nothing, but I'm going to post it as a question. I would love to see an Emmett Till law where if anyone files a false allegation against a man and it turns out that they lied, they are to serve a minimum of 5 years in prison, depending on the severity of the allegation. I think if we did that and held more women accountable, less women will lie and more victims that are real victims will be able to tell their story. All I'm saying is when you have people that lie on people, it takes away from those who it really happened to. So I think we should call it the Emmett Till law, because if they didn't penalize that woman for immediately saying, but then think about it. Cardi B said the same thing. Yeah, I drugged him. I took him upstairs, put some stuff in his drink. Then I got a tranny to fuck him. Her loud, ghetto, colorful ass. That's how she said it. She didn't say, listen, guys. And maybe I would have had a little bit more respect if she said, listen, I did some foul shit in my life. I was struggling to make ends meet. I didn't have the fake body I have now. I was struggling as a stripper and I wasn't making the money I deserved. So I was setting up men and I was drugging men, robbing them, and letting trannies violate them. To those men that I did that to, I am sorry. I was not right. I was a piece of shit. And even though I know I'm now admitting it and they're not going to lock me up, I still want to give back to those men that I hurt. So if I did this to you and you remember, reach out to me. And I promise you, you'll be confidential. And I want to set up a college fund for your kids if you have them. If you don't have any kids, I want to give you guys a lump sum. Because what I did was I probably ruined your life. Some of you guys are probably ruined to this day because of me. I want to do what I can to make it right. I know it'll never take away what I did, but I want to at least do something to make you guys feel a little bit better. And even if it means me giving you money or setting up a college fund for your kids, I just want to say I'm sorry. If she would have said that, I would have respected her. But instead, she was the loud ghetto broad that she is, telling y'all what she did blow by blow.
And you know what? Maybe this is my opinion, but what you just described, yes, it would have been great if she did that. But in some weird, sick way in our society today, she may have caught more flack or been more at the limelight or forefront for trying to do the right thing.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind getting that kind of flack for trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Her kids are going to grow up and say, man, my mom was a piece of shit. You were drugging men, mom? Like, really? That's the legacy you're leaving for me? So I wouldn't mind somebody saying you actually told your truth and you tried to give back and fix the situation. Well, man, she might lose a lot of people, but she's doing the right thing. But think about it. Hollywood rewarded her for being for being the female R. Kelly. R. Kelly. I meant Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
They rewarded her. She even got a Disney contract.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
So doing the wrong thing will get you millions. That's what Cardi B's telling us. Drug a couple men and then admit it 5 years later, and you'll get a contract too.
And it's called empowerment for with all her production. What was it? WAP song. Yeah.
Yep. At the end of the day, if you lie, you get rewarded. Not just Cardi B. You can tell the world that somebody shot you in 50 different ways, and they're all lies. You can tell them 50 different stories. Dance, bitch. My thing is, I would have never forgot that somebody told me to dance before shooting me. That would be the biggest highlight of that night. But when she told everybody in 2019 what happened, dance, bitch, wasn't on the menu. Dance, bitch, didn't happen until she sat with Gail. Now, mind you, Gail is known for lying. She brings people on her show that she knows is full of shit. She had R. Kelly on her show. I did not do this. Now his ass is in jail.
Correct.
She brings people on her show, and then like maybe a few months after, that person goes to jail. She's actually kryptonite. She's bad. If you go in her place, I wouldn't do it. If you do a show with Gail, you're going to jail. And I'm not trying to rhyme, but that's real. Everybody that sat with her, something happened where they were exposed for lying. Meg Thee Stallion said the man said dance, bitch. This is not Harlem Nights Part 2. We all seen the movie, but then there was no tears coming out of her eyes. She tried to make herself cry, y'all.
That was the big giveaway. Yep.
So what I'm saying is, imagine Tory. He can't even say anything, y'all. If he says anything, he goes to jail. That no gag order is only for him. But her ex-best friend said, when they call me to testify, I'm going to tell them the truth, and it's going to be what you don't want to hear.
Good. I'm glad.
All I'm saying, you guys, is, I honestly think that there should be better laws for these liars. I'm going to put together what I think the law should be. I would love to start a change.org, but I don't know if I can even do that with, that's not my family. Emmett Till's not my family. I'm just going to make a suggestion, and I hope it goes viral and someone sees it. The Emmett Till law would mean that if anybody makes a false allegation, look, they didn't lock the woman up. So the least they could have did for his family was created that law, like they would do for a white person. But let me tell you, if Emmett Till was a white man and black people killed him, they would have made a law for him. They would have made a law for that white all-American boy. So why can't they make it for Emmett Till?
I believe it.
He was a child, you guys. He was a child that was falsely accused. And his accuser is still living and breathing and shitting when she wants to shit, drinking when she wants to drink, living life. She was almost at the upper room, but God told her not yet. I just wanted you to tell the truth. But telling the truth didn't do anything for his family. They just know that she lied. But they knew that she was lying because his mama knew who she raised. She knew what kind of son she had. They tell these black boys, do not talk to white women. Don't even look their direction. They're taught that. So all I'm saying is Emmett Till was an attractive black boy at that time. What if she tried to make an advance to him and he was like, nope, my mama taught me. White isn't right. What if he rejected her? And then she goes and tells him. That's what women do now. Emmett Till wasn't an ugly young man. But his accuser, she was average at best. She was a 2 in the Kevin Samuels voice at best. So all I'm saying, guys, is women have been doing this for years. And if Emmett Till didn't get justice, that just tells you how far we are away from seeing justice being done when women lie. So all I'm saying, guys, is I'm sorry this show went longer than I said it would go, but I just want you guys to know that I love my black men in general, but I have to say black because I'm black first. You feel me? And black men, if you're going through this at home, if you're going through this in life, you are not fighting this battle alone. Please don't lose your life by acting out on someone who lied on you. Take them to court, do it the legal route. Start exposing these women. If they get you in trouble at work, you can file a suit against the job. And most jobs don't want to be seen in court because that goes in the news and they lose money. If you guys start fighting back, they'll start looking at these cases a little bit more deep. You know what? Martha has already had 5 allegations in the whole time she's been here. Something ain't adding up. But you guys have to speak up for them to find it.
That's what I told my brother, CelebriD. Like I told him, because right now he's got like a custody issue with his baby moms. He ain't never done nothing to her. She cheated on him and made it out to see like it was his fault, but then she felt regret, and she's over here lying, and now he can't see his daughter, even though he's the only one that has a job. She's back home with her mom, and he can't see his daughter, all because she just says no. So I put him on. I put him onto your content. I put him on. I was like, listen, you gotta watch all of what CelebriD does, and you got to see everything she does do and expose. And he was just shocked. He's like, this has been going on this long. I'm like, trust me, I know. I mean, I'm only 27, he's only 28, and it's like we still young, but then we didn't realize how all this shit was going down. And it's like, bro. But I put him on, and I was like, listen, this is what you got to do, and he's got to now essentially fight just to get visitation of his daughter.
Okay. Well, was there anything else you wanted to say? Because I'm gonna start wrapping up. Hello.
Hold on. I'm done.
About to say, okay. I thought you were overwhelmed and you were getting ready to cry. I was about to pray for you. Okay, but no, I want to say thank you so much for attending today. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a good night. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Daphne.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're welcome. Okay. Who else? That was top tier. Okay. March. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? Okay. I guess March went back to March. Okay. So guys, I just want to say thank you for attending. Like I said, I know that this is a slow process for me to try to build it. But again, I only started doing videos like this since February. So it hasn't been that long. It hasn't even been a year. And I know pages like mine are going to grow slow. And I get that. All I'm saying is show your support by sharing the page, subscribing to the page, and just continue to do that support that you've been doing. Because guys, look, in order for change to be created, it starts with us. We have to start speaking out on it. And I'm definitely going to make a meme called the Emmett Till rule. And I'm going to tag Illinois Congress people. I'm going to do what I got to do. This should have been something that was done a long time ago. Because what that boy went through, I don't want no men to go through. And like I said, I forgot to give you guys the update on that man and that party. I will give you guys the update. I have the email still. I will include it. People usually ask me about updates on people, and I get them when they come. But this man has been so troubled that he shut down all his social media because this woman really turned his whole life around. He went to a party hoping to have fun and ended up leaving with broken ribs, a busted nose, contusions. Nobody wants to go through that. Once you go through something like that, your whole life just redirects and you're scared to leave. It's like when a man goes out to war and he sees bodies dropping in front of him, he comes back a different person. He has nightmares. He can't trust people. He's in the store. If somebody moves weird, they're on guard. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but I've seen it. I've seen it because they're so traumatized. So when somebody accuses you of rape and you were almost killed, you're never the same. And he didn't do anything. It was her. You got a lot of females that are aggressors and they know they can get away with it because they're females, especially if they weigh 115 and you're 6'7". They're going to look at you like, she came on to you? Yeah, okay. That's how people look at it when it's a man. I really do feel sorry for our men. They should never have to go through that. And as long as God allows me to breathe air, I'm going to continue to expose those women one exposure at a time. Even though I exposed that woman that lied about sexual assault, she's probably going to come up with a new lie this year to kind of get her views up on her music. That's not the way we should be doing things to be noticed. There's other ways, guys. And men, I wouldn't say stop talking to white women because it's not just white women. It's women in general who make these false allegations. They can be Mexican, Black, Chinese. They all do it. There's no race that it's exclusive to. They all do the shit. The men that I talk to, these are Black women that did these things to them, not white. Not all men are accused by white women, but women like to create that narrative because they don't want men dating white women. But you guys keep throwing them into the arms of these white women because you guys are lying and you're loud and you're ghetto and you're masculine and you like Cardi B. You expect a man to trust and be with you and you support a woman that drugged men and didn't apologize for it? Cardi B never even apologized for it. And do you think if the Meg Thee Stallion case turns out where Tory didn't do it, do you think she's going to say, I'm sorry? No. Women don't say I'm sorry. She will still be the victim. Well, Megan was struggling with her music. I get why she did it. You know, she's going through a lot. Her mom died. I'm so tired of you guys using that line. Her mom died. Get the fuck over it. That does not give you the right to lie on a black man because your mom died. My mom died too, but I never accused a black man. I don't want to hear that shit. That girl Shakara, the track star, when she got dusted by them Jamaicans, well, her mom did die, and that doesn't give you a right to smoke weed. When my mom died, I was still a teenager. I didn't smoke weed. My mom died first. That's an excuse black women use so people can feel sorry. No, her dumb ass knew not to smoke weed. She knows how to put lace wigs and long nails on, but you don't know how to act when it comes to losing a parent. But you still had your grandmother. I didn't have my grandmother. She died on my mother's birthday the next year. I had no female figure in my life as a teenager, and I didn't do half the shit that Shakara did. So again, I'm going to hold her ass accountable like I would anybody else. Every time something happens to a black woman, you guys want to make an excuse. Well, her dad died, so? And? Doesn't mean anything. You're alive. So act happy that you're alive. Stop acting like a fucking fool out here. Stop it. Stop making excuses for being bitter, toxic, evil, and some motherfucking liars. Women need to do better, period. It's too many of y'all making these accusations on these men. Chris Brown, all these men that had fought their cases and showed you guys that women were lying, that woman said Chris Brown raped her, and y'all ran with it. Take his daughter away. I knew he was a piece of shit when he hit Rihanna. There you guys go, going back into time. I knew he was a dirtbag. I knew it. Then Chris Brown releases the audio. Hey, Chris, why aren't you answering the phone? I just want some dick. Pick up. Why'd you block me? And then what do women say? He paid her to say that. Y'all are so fucking stupid. Y'all would do anything to defend women, even if it means lying for them. Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie for these women. They're pieces of shit. Any woman that has to make a false allegation against a man because she's mad is trash. Scum of the earth, and you don't need your kids. Y'all been getting away with this for years. When is Congress going to wake the fuck up and see that these are scams? These women are lying. And to the real victims out there, please don't let that stop you from telling your truth. Yours is actually a true story. What they're spreading is a lie. Just because you want some dick from a man and he wanted to pump and dump, if you're not his type, you're not his type. You thought you had good pussy and it was trash. So he don't want to fuck with you no more. So y'all would take rejection and turn it into rape. Rejection is not rape. So stop it. Stop lying on these good men, because all it's going to do is going to hurt you in the end. You might not get, convicted and charged in jail or prison, but somebody's going to make sure that nobody ever talks to you again. So all I'm saying is, men, if you're going through this, I'm sorry you're going through it. There is a lot of women like me out there. There's not a lot of us, like a big plethora of us, because then you wouldn't have so many allegations. A lot of women will defend another woman just because a man is involved. If you're that type of friend, you're a piece of shit too. A real friend would tell their girl, homegirl, don't do that. He don't deserve that, sis. Like, look, he don't want to fuck with you no more. That don't mean do this to him. He has a kid. Don't do that to him. That's what a real friend would do. A real friend wouldn't say what you want me to say, because that's what they do. Look, if a detective calls you, this is what I need you to say. Write it down. That way our stories match. That's how you get Deshaun Watson. Hey, when did you massage him? Okay. And he groped you, and he made you grab his dick. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to call my attorney and say, look, I was massaging him and he told me to grab his dick. Now my story matches the other story. Now they all have the same story. It's not hard to do, guys. I don't care if he had 2,000 women that came out and said he did it. All it takes is one woman to say what he did, and all those women are going to hear that on the news, and now they got a story. It might not be similar because you don't want it to look too fake. You might say, well, at the end of the massage, he said, well, hey, my dick is up. Do something about it. They might change the story around, but it's going to sound similar. See, the DA looks for similarities in the story. It's like the telephone game. I'm going to the store on Tuesday. By the time it ends to the last person, I went to the store. But store was the pinpoint, right? That's what the DA here, store. Everybody's story had store in it. So they got to be right. No, guys. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I'm just one of those people that actually believe facts. So I'm just saying, men, you matter. This is still Father's Day month. I know it was crowded with, pride. Juneteenth just happened to fall on Father's Day, but usually Juneteenth is not on Father's Day. It just happened like that this year. But just know that you got some women in the background that are fighting for you. We are fighting and we care. And if it means me not having a lot of followers or subscribers, then that's what it is. But guys, again, I wanted to let you guys know, if you're not following me, please hit that notification bell, because on Saturday, we're going to do Everybody Hates Daphne. Now, look, it's just a title. If you guys saw Everybody Hates Chris, that show that used to come on with Terry Crews and Tashina Arnold, it's not that they hate me. They just dislike me, and I'm using that as the title. Okay, so again, guys, I hope to see you guys on my other platforms. Please be on the lookout for the post that I'm about to do. But I have a lot of stuff in store for you guys. The show will be on Saturday. I'm probably gonna do Saturday at 12:30 like I usually do, and I will have people on that do not like what I do. So if you want to get on to talk, you would have to be one of the naysayers. I already know a lot of you guys support me, but this platform is going to be for those who do not. You guys have been asking for this for a while, but it looks like I might have 10, 15 people. So I'm going to have to rotate them out. But these are people who dislike what I do, and they're going to bring up what they didn't like about what I did in this instance, and we're going to talk about it. If they start getting real DMX and getting loud and start barking, then it's going to be some shit they don't want. So I'm hoping that they can be calm, cool, and collective, and we can have a great conversation. Y'all know when I brought my stalker on, I said, how come you don't like me? Because I just don't like you. That won't be a good answer. You have to come with facts on why you don't like me. If you say you don't like me because you just don't like me, I'm going to kick you out of the stream. So again, I want you to have valid facts. I don't like you because when you exposed the nurse, she didn't deserve to lose her job. Well, then I don't give a fuck about that. Because the white nurse deserved to lose her job, but the black nurse didn't? No. I hold all races accountable equally. That's the way I get down. So again, guys, I'm looking forward to you guys attending my Saturday show. Guys, please make sure you like this video and continue to support me. And like I said, I just hope that Congress and the president, they start actually taking this seriously with these fake allegations. There needs to be a law, because if there's not going to be a law, mind you, if they don't put a law in place, these women will get worse and worse at this. Just imagine the amount of men that lost their lives over a lie. And those women took that to the grave, or they're taking that with them to the grave. They said that, oh, he did this to me and he never did it. But he didn't have no witnesses. He didn't have technology, right? All I'm saying, guys, is women, we got to do better. If you're wanting to go viral, you can go viral without lying on a man. You don't have to make up a fake story. It is really disgusting how graphic some of these stories are, and they're not even real. They're not even real. And people will let that go viral. But you guys will question my videos and my text transcripts, but you won't question a woman lying about rape? Really? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing. Then when I hit you guys with the receipts, which is 2 cop conversations, you said that's me throwing my voice. Damn, I'm good then. I give you the number to the Florida, the police department, and the cop's name, but y'all don't want to call it. Y'all don't want to call it. That's the funny part. I give y'all the facts. So again, I know what it is. Women don't like the truth, even when it hits them right there in the wig, right? So like I said, guys, I hope to see you guys Saturday. This will be a good, epic show. I'm only doing this show once. So if you miss it, you miss it. That's why I'm doing it on Saturday, because I know you guys work on the weekdays. So I'm trying to accommodate you guys. Everybody Hates Daphne will be on Saturday. I will do the post about it, so you can be notified when it's about time that it's going to start, and I will make sure I'm on time. I have to be on time for this because they're going to be calling in. So guys, just remember, be positive and just have an open mind. Everybody's not going to like me. They're not. That's just the world, you know? So I'm not mad about it. So again, guys, thank you for attending. Make sure you still show your supports. Buy my shirts if you can afford it. But just know that I'm gonna continue to go hard for men right now. It's about men. For decades, it's been about us women. It's been about us for decades. Now it's time for men to get that help, that shine, that light, that mental health support. A lot of men are going through a lot. All I can say to you men is please don't say fuck it and give up. Your life is worth it. Okay? Like I said, I look forward to Saturday too, y'all. I hope you guys are all there. Like I said, this will be a good show. If you guys have a friend that says, well, her shit is fake, I don't like her stuff. All her stuff is fake. I can tell. She always blurs off the names. Tell those people to come on to the panel. Because when people say that about me and I do show the names, they report me. So it's damned if I do. If Facebook was the platform where I can take a private post out of a private group and make it public, I'd do that. But a lot of people ask me, how come she just won't make the post? How come she covers their names? It's coming from a public place. No, it's not. If I'm in a private group, it's private for a motherfucking reason. That means that nothing is to come out of a group. If anybody has ever been in a private Facebook group and somebody makes a post, the share option is not there. I bet you $5,000 that the share option is not in a private group. Why? Because you're not supposed to be sharing. Most of the private groups that I'm in, the admins allow me to do it as long as I blur the person's name out. Because 9 times out of 10, that person already blocked me. So if I blur their name out and they have another page and they try to go and report it, Facebook is not going to let them report me because I'm not showing the name. So they have to prove it's them. How can they prove it's them if the name isn't showing? Do you guys get why I do that? Because they can send their minions to my page. Hey, I heard she posted it on her page. Go report her. They can't report something that's blocked. I block out the names for that reason. Everybody's name gets blocked. Not just the person that posted it, but everybody's name gets blocked because they were in that private group. What if they have a husband and the husband doesn't know they're in the group? So I do that for my protection. If you block out everybody's name, I even cover the pictures. So some people say their pictures came off of Google. Duh. It's not hard to get a picture and cover up their picture. I do that for a reason. I do that so that they can't even say that's my picture. If somebody reports me and I let their picture show that's their actual picture, I can lose that battle because it matches, dumbasses. So yeah. And then also, when I'm in these groups that are like troll groups, no one ever uses their real picture. They don't do that because they know they're going to get roasted. Why would they have a picture that you can take and use and clown them on? So they use stock pictures, Google pictures, somebody flipping someone off. That's what happens in these private groups. No one is their selves. I'm myself, but they're not their selves. So if you guys don't know how groups work still, then that's on you. But that's why I have to protect myself. I almost lost my Instagram over sharing the cop audio. How did that happen? It was a real video. That wasn't fabricated. And yet somebody reported me and I had to submit my ID and get my page back. I just got banned on Instagram for 4 days last month. So when I get banned like that for bullying, and then I show people that, they still think it's a joke. Okay, so I want to lose my page, right? I want to lose my Instagram. You're right. So like I said, I'm not going to let these haters try to change me or make me do anything different. I've told you why I have to cover things up, and it's going to be that way. I got reported on 3 text receipts last year and 2 this year because I let the name show. That person's name, when the dude told me it was a go for me, he told me who to block, and I blocked her. She still got me. She still got me. So some of those guys that tell me that, oh, yeah, this is good to post, I verify. If I wasn't verifying, I would be posting every day, guys. That's why I post once a week. Because I have to verify. I have to make sure that person can come back and report me. It is bullying if it's about them and they can prove it. So that's all I'm saying, guys. Please understand why I do things and quit questioning me. I hate that. Let me see. Will someone please tell me why social media is so biased? Yeah, BSP, I can't tell you why. Somebody can say that they got raped on Facebook and then the lie will be exposed and Facebook will let them keep that on there. That woman said Father's Day is in June. Bunch of bitches. I have never seen someone post the word bitch and actually let that comment stay up there for longer than 24 hours. Usually Facebook auto bans them because it's the word bitch. She spelled the word bitch B-I-T-C-H-E-S the right way. And she did not get reported not even for saying bitches, y'all. If y'all know how Facebook is, they reported me for saying heartless. They reported me for telling a man I beat him in bowling. They reported me for saying beat. But bitches is okay? So when I tell y'all that they side with women, because she was calling men bitches, it was okay. But if I had copied and pasted her post on my Facebook and changed it to women, woo! See you in 30 days. So you can't tell me Facebook isn't biased. They are biased. I know people right now that can't say the word bitch and spell it the right way. You have to spell it B-Y or B-X-X-T. You have to spell it differently. She got away with saying bitches. So I reported her 3 different times, and each time Facebook said it did not go against their standards. So what do you think it is then? I said sometimes women can be heartless. I was on a 30-day ban over that. I posted a makeup video, and I got on a 30-day ban for that in April. Got off of it in May. So again, guys, I've already been on 2 bans this year, and we're only in June. I was on 6 bans last year. So if my shit is fake, why am I always reported for hate speech? Only the person it's about can report me. So what I'm saying, guys, is I'm not going to keep trying to prove it to you guys. I think I've been on enough bans to prove it. So again, guys, thank you for attending my show. And I hope that addressed some of the stuff that you guys have. I hope to see everybody here on Saturday, 12:30. I will make the post tonight. And just keep following me on social media. And like I said, I support mental health in both. But right now, it's about men. Until I feel that men are getting the same resources and appreciation, I'm going to keep going hard for men. Okay? So, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. And stay blessed. And if you guys have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram, reach out to me on Facebook. If you don't have either of those, I do have an email, accountabilityqueen@aol.com. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I hope to see you guys on Saturday. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good night. Have a good night, you guys.